I'd like to show you something.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, 'cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
And that is our intro for Toxic Tuesday, courtesy of one Mr. Yeti Cast. If you're out there, Yeti, thank you for that absolutely amazing intro. Appreciate it, sir. That is a wonderful clip. So we have a huge panel tonight, and it's for one of the absolutely finest movies, especially in recent memory, with the 77th episode of Toxic Tuesday. How are you all, chat? I see all you wonderful faces. Holy shit, there's already 50 of you in here. You all are nuts. I love it. Thank you all for being here early and right away. It's gonna be a mega one tonight. I can feel it. Especially we got a gathering of a bunch of wonderful dudes who are gonna make this night very Dick's Division-y. So, how are you? Just another red shirt.
I'm hanging in there, Nick, but I am looking forward to this because this is one of my favorite movies. I love this
Awesome.
one.
Hey, glad to have you back, man. You've been missed, and it just, it feels like having one of the guys back in the team, having you back here.
Oh.
So
I'm always a pleasure, Nick, and I love being back. Thank you.
awesome. Yeah, thank you. And also, guys, yes, Mark DUC will not be here, but we do thank him for the work he did set up for us. So I'm absolutely appreciative of him. And Mark, if you're out there listening, shout out to you, sir. How are you, Mr. Dustin? Keto Simple. What's up, dude? You're boomering it.
I am old, so that worked. Yeah, dude, I love this movie. I think they should have named it Fuck Around and Find Out, but
I would be good with that title. It would have made sense. It would have
Yeah.
made sense. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you? You guys doing? Everybody doing good?
Doing okay. I've have a crazy busy week, but it's okay because I was able to get some videos recorded, put one of them out yesterday. I got another one that's going to come out this week as well. So it feels good to be finally making videos again. Like time is allowing for that. But yeah, also in between there, we slide the Wick in, and this is the first of 3 straight episodes of John Wick.
If you slide the Wick
Slide
in,
the
they will
Wick
come.
in.
Oh, and we as a panel, we are going to come. And that's a promise. Great to have you, sir. And well, he's getting set up here. I still would like to acknowledge him because he's taking over Mark's spot tonight. How are you, Mr. Birthday Boy? That 70s rock fan?
Doing fine. I'm just waiting for some files to download.
Oh. Hey,
so
great to have you here, man. No,
my
dude, you're good.
apologies. It's I was thinking, Mark's done a great job, but I gotta put it into a movie to play. So I'm just doing that now.
It's okay.
Hi,
man.
everybody.
You ripped the movie to make a movie.
Thank you for being here, sir, and doing the takeover. I do greatly appreciate it. And of course, we got a slew of returning faces to Toxic Tuesday. So, how are you, Zax? It's been such a long time. It feels like this was overdue.
I think so. I'm pumped to be here tonight. I prepped by doing extra weights, no cardio, had some red meat, rare. I'm ready to rock, boys.
It almost feels like you got toxified for this one.
I had to get extra toxic for this. Absolutely. This movie is one of my favorites of the last 20 years, for sure. So perfect? No. Amazing? Yes.
Absolutely. No, look forward to hearing your takes about it. We're gonna have a fun one, talk about this tonight. And how is the bona fide whiskey drinker himself, Brahma Bull, sir? You're looking very, very classy tonight.
Classy and comfortable, like usual, in the big clamshell recliner. Yeah, it's early in the week, but it's already been a long week, and I'm ready to have fun tonight talking about this one because, this out of the crap that's come out in the past decade or so, this has been one of the shining spots for me. I mean, the way people talk about when the ones that are old enough to have gone and seen Star Wars. I mean, I was old when I saw this, but it was one of those things where it kind of rejuvenated the cinema for me because I love these movies. I mean, they're just flat out fun. So I'm excited about this.
Good to have you back, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Feels good to have you. And of course, another Dick's Division fellow here. And you better believe it. He is here and he comes ready to talk some John Wick with us. How are you, Culture Casino? Paused and all.
They took his car. They killed his dog. This is one of these movies that are like, it's like they kept wrecking this dude's life. And I'm like, oh, this is the retribution that you have wrought to your door. You brought to your door. This is what you wanted. Speaking of that, hey, John.
Speaking of, we also have one last guest here tonight to round out our show. Mr. John, how'd you get into the show? Can you talk to us about this?
I have a way of getting into places.
That sounded very phrasing. We'll just say that, phrasing. So, John, what was it worth it looking back at all this? Like, how do you feel on your accomplishments on this first one?
They killed my dog.
They did. What the fuck, man? What the shit?
The original working title was Fuck Around and Find Out.
I think Keto Simple said that was probably the appropriate title.
And
the second one was What Did You Do to My Dog?
You're breathtaking, John.
Yes.
You're breathtaking.
Oh, I could feel that. I could feel that.
And if you see me coming, you'll be taking your last breath.
Wow.
Holy shit. Wow. That is wow. I feel like I feel like my breath has been taken after hearing that last one. I almost felt like I had to do a Taken reference with that one.
Ooh.
Oh,
I do have a certain set of skills.
John Wick did do it better than that dude in Taken. Tell you that right now.
He did
I
do
once
it better.
killed a man with a pencil.
A fucking pencil, though, or just a pencil?
Yes.
Is it emphasized on the fucking?
I don't say that word.
Well, you may not, but you could say yes.
Just because I kill people does not mean I need to have a potty mouth.
Well, John Wick, it's great to have you here. I look forward to hearing about what it was like for you to do all the heavy lifting. Well, at least a lot of it, because you did do a lot of hard work to make this movie what it is. It seems like it brought like a second win to your career. Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just have to do these manually, Nick. So
okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna have to click them manually, but off we go.
All right, and we're off to the races. So okay, so obviously when this came out in 2014, previously oh god, what was that movie I saw Keanu Reeves in? I think it was 47 Ronin. So obviously he wasn't exactly his career wasn't exactly dying, but definitely wasn't as hot as it once was. And I think I remember being at the theater at 47 Ronin and sleeping, thinking, Keanu, you're so much better than this. What's going on, dude? Can we talk? And then a year later, I think it actually was 2013 or maybe early 2014, but sometime later, I'm like, ooh, what's that John Wick? It almost looks like one of those action flicks from like the 80s and 90s, but in now, I was just kind of like, whoa, but I almost didn't want to believe it. And then I heard about how very simple, super grade A, like, basically the plot is super, super simple. It's obviously we all know what happened. They killed his dog. If we're gonna be simplified here about our speak about it, and it turned into, well, a whole lot of guns, a whole lot of stabbings, and a whole lot of Keanu Reeves being absolutely breathtaking. And I remember going to the theater thinking, holy damn, they still make movies like this? And I was just being blown away by the kill count. Because if I recall, prior to this movie, I feel like the fourth Rambo title, I think it was titled John Rambo, I think it was called the fourth one. That had quite a number of kills too. I don't think this movie matched John Rambo's number, but I was still damn blown away by this movie. Like, I was just like, damn, this guy's killing everyone left and right. And it brought me that feeling of like, big, like, music that's to the forefront, badass action star with the stone cold lines. I feel like he definitely channeled a little bit of some Dirty Harry into his performance. And of course, he had an excellent supporting cast. You had freaking Willem Dafoe. And I thought Willem Dafoe the entire time, I thought he was gonna pull some shit on him. What do you guys think? Zach, go ahead and lead off.
For Willem Dafoe, yeah, I kind of did buy the idea that he was going to be I guess his antagonist for this ultimately, but I'm glad that he didn't. Like, that was the thing where they convinced me enough so that when they I don't want to spoiler alert for 2014, when they did the flip, it did work for me, and it gave you that bit of a rush in the theater. And I think for me, one of the things that made this movie so excellent was the work that Keanu Reeves put in beforehand, because everything he does in here, as far as you can go, looks believable. It looks practical. It looks like it's something could happen in those. His fight scenes are outstanding, and the transitions, and it always goes back to the firearm use, which is what you do. Like, it's not you don't go hand to hand unless you have to. And in close quarters, he was great with the pistol. So I think he made all of this work with the amount of effort he put into getting ready for it.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that about pistols, because I feel like that's actually a very brilliant segue for one of our gentlemen here who knows his guns per se, Mr. Dustin. Obviously, you go for it, man. You know a lot about it. Please go for it.
I was gonna say, like, a huge shout out to this movie goes to Terran Tactical, because that facility is where he trained, and they did a phenomenal job, helping him get ready and make it look believable, not only like with the fluidity of his shots, but like the believability and the actual using of things like tactical reloads and such. So just watching this movie, I mean, there's obviously things, and it's far-fetched in the that he could do everything that he did, but the fact that it looks so good.
It looks very clean, like the way he does it. He does it like he does it so like cleanly, fluidly. And of course, yes, you're right. There is like that movie magic where he does it like super duper flawlessly, but the way he does it, it makes it still feel believable. Like you can actually see it happen, despite how kind of exaggerated it is.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even as exaggerated as it is, it's still so fluid, and it's just like so good.
And the chef's kiss, I highly.
And you were mentioning like the idea of like Willem Dafoe. Like, I had that idea. Like, have you guys ever seen Gross Point Blank?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So like when John Cusack and Dan Aykroyd meet for the first time and they're like so standoffish, I kind of got that vibe from them. So I was kind of thinking too that he would be the antagonist because like what are you doing here? Why are you here? That kind of thing. Like, are we gonna have a problem?
Especially with Willem Dafoe's personality too. Like he's got that look. Like he's just built for villainous type of characters. I mean, him as Marcus, like you just look at him, like we already know he can do the evil laugh. We know he can do the evil like faces, and like he makes us like, oh damn, this guy is scary. Obviously, we've seen him do it obviously with the Green Goblin, but and other obviously of course he's legendary in movies like Platoon and shit. So you make you're thinking, yeah, like this guy has to be it. And turns out, well, obviously we go to on later that, but let's bring it back to the beginning of this because you see right away. I like how this movie just goes straight to it. It gets to the point, which is funny that it gets to a point because when the director shot this movie, he actually had it timed out at around like 2 hours and like 20 minutes. So he actually trimmed out about 40 minutes of footage for this theatrical cut that is the first movie, even though his sequels have gone on to become all longer each. But this theatrical cut, I'm glad he went straight to the point because it really just lets you know, okay, there's some shit down here, and it's very ugly, and it makes you right away connect with John right off the bat.
Yeah, I did find it a little bit weird. I've never timed it out, but like the first 10 minutes, there's like minimal dialogue, like nothing really, no real dialogue except for him reading the letter right up until the gas station.
It's basically just like the beginning of Up.
I was gonna say the same thing.
shot for shot, the same thing.
Almost. I don't mean that
but
in any derogatory way at all. Yeah, no, absolutely. But like, really, it's the same kind of thing, right?
Love story. One of them dies. Yeah. I mean,
and there's
very little dialogue. They show us, don't tell us. Exactly.
Yeah. And in other words, Tom's trying to say this is Brian's song at the beginning of the film.
Well, no, I'm just saying that Keanu Reeves is eventually going to tie a bunch of balloons to his house.
Yeah, and then go up.
Obviously, it's not meant to reinvent the wheel in any way, shape, or form, but for what it's trying to do, it's obviously trying to do what it does very well. Get you invested quickly, get to the point quickly, get you to know the character and understand where he's coming from quickly. So it does go in that regard, but man, it doesn't feel rushed at all, despite it being trimmed down of all the footage.
Yeah, of course, but it's also deeply personal to him as a human because of his loss in his life personally. So, it was not a stretch for him to bring to this character because of his huge loss in his life. The moment that infuriated me the most, we're not even there yet, right?
Yeah, we're not there yet.
And believe me, when we get to that part of the movie in this household, I skip it.
Oh,
really?
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
No, when I rewatched it with my girlfriend, she's just like,
it fuels your anger.
I gotta look at my phone during this part.
Yeah, I just gotta say to what Dustin, excuse me, was saying. Somebody criticized this movie recently. I saw, I think on Twitter that, they went crazy with the firearms and, it's like he never reloads. It's like, were you awake? Were you awake when you were watching this movie? He reloads constantly.
Yeah.
Or has to, the state of mind to actually pick up a new gun.
Yeah.
Or gun. Yes. I just thought that was hysterical. It's like, okay, wait a minute. You are aware that a 9mm will hold 15, 16 rounds, right? You do know that, right?
Well, it depends on
depends on the state now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. They all hold 10.
Yeah.
But I think
Culture
even
just doesn't like that one scene because it reminds him of his wife kicking his weave across the floor.
There's one scene in particular. It's interesting that Willem Dafoe is this other character, right? This is such a great moment.
Agree.
Everything about this film. But like you said, I mean, you understand the depth of his pain and everything that comes about next is the second part of the trauma, right? This is trauma enough for somebody to go through grief and all of that. And when you get to this next section we're headed into, now you have a different understanding of what's going on here.
Well timed, Shawnee step with that line. He's a bit of an assassin himself.
I'm a bit of an assassin myself.
I had to highlight that comment. That's way too good. All right. We got a few super chats we're going to hammer out real quick. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. A most toxic of film on the most toxic of Tuesdays.
Indeed.
For $2, Pinochet. Appreciate that. Jason Sandberg for $2. Best part of John Wick is it came out of nowhere.
True, Jason.
Fast.
True.
Thank you for your $2.
Thank
and then
you, Jason.
we got Pirate Tomsky here. We get for a $5. I forgot what this is. They took her gerb. I mean, they killed their dogs.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Anyways,
is this the equivalent of Uber Eats, Uber Puppies?
Yeah, you know what?
Kinda.
70s. I know where you live.
No,
I wasn't saying we eat the puppy. I'm just saying it's a puppy
Whoa.
delivery service.
All right. Okay.
If it had been a cat, it wouldn't have had the same effect. We can all admit that, right?
No, because cats are assholes.
Yeah.
That's why mine's named asshole.
I know. I with this one too. It was like I like beagles too, and I think this one's name is Andy in real life.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it was 8 weeks old.
Yeah, it was 8. So it really was in its infantile stages. I can imagine trying to shoot scenes to get a baby dog. Definitely had to have not been the easiest. You know, dogs like that, why do they want to stay still? Why do that? No, that's against the dog nature, man. They just want to move and be a ball of energy. And still, and to see like, damn, this is, you want to make a way of a parting gift to hit you in the feels. This movie did with this scene here. As he opens the card, he sees this his last gift from his wife before she died. Like, hot damn. And also, I feel like something that's not mentioned too. I feel like this movie benefits from the, let's just say, the dark color palette tone, unlike certain movies that I've criticized for having it. I feel like the Wick movies definitely make more sense for it. I don't know. For me, I see I'm like, it really suits the nature of what's going on in the story and the tragedy of it all.
I agree, because this you think at first when you're watching this is going to be a straightforward action movie, but it turns out there's a lot more to this universe than we think, and I think that color tone suits that. It makes it distinctive. Then it's separate. It's slightly unreal because this is a weird universe that we're in.
Well, especially in the sequels, right? Like, I mean, the first one's the most grounded. I mean, really, at its heart, at its core, this is a Western, right?
Yeah.
It's really what it is. I mean, it is great as far as like it's an original kind of take on an action flick we hadn't seen in a long time, like you guys were saying before. But at the end of the day, it's really all it is. It's a Western, and Keanu Reeves is, you know, the guy coming into town to clean up the bandits, or however you want to put it, after he's going after revenge for the death of his wife or his brother, in this case his dog, or what have you. And it's done very well, shot slickly shot, and even though it has a dark color palette, it's not dark. You can see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you can still see the movie.
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
got a wild comparison to make, because this reminded me of it, because of something I know about cartoons. Bugs Bunny was a very powerful character. They had to be very careful putting him up against other characters, otherwise he'd become a bully, because Bugs couldn't lose. And that was why they gave him the line, "Of course you know this means war." And when he got the dog and pulled the dog to him, and his car's gone and the dog's dead, I didn't expect him to say it, but in my head, what I heard was, "Of course you know this means war."
Yeah.
So there is ample provocation for anything he decides to do for the rest of this movie.
And you know, interestingly enough, this dog just loves him, right? In real life, I mean, this dog just loves him, and I really
pure cuteness.
And I really enjoyed.
We'll take it off for that dog. We'll let everyone see the dog. Why not?
Hang on.
He's a man who's living on the edge with nothing to lose, and he literally puts his guns in the ground. Like they're literally, like Tom had said, it's cliche, but they were gone, and he has to go and dig them up, and he's forced to go and do this.
Who put his guns, buried his guns in the backyard, kind of thing. Yep. Exactly.
Well, his wife knew him well enough that she knew that if she didn't give him the dog, who knows what he might have done to himself, because he literally had nothing left.
That's the other unsaid thing that's kind of connected to a lot of these kind of Western motifs, right? He got married, he settled down, he got out of the life. We learn later the only way he was able to get out of that life was to do the impossible task, right? But now here, and this is the typical kind of, and again, I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a ripoff or a bad thing, but you got all the elements here, right? You have this idiot who has no idea who he's fucking with, who comes in and starts shit with him. And then you have everybody else who basically knows who he is, and it's your typical kind of Western kind of setup to where everybody knows he's the classic gunslinger, except for the dumb kid who fucked up. And now, you know, you've got everybody in power stuck between, well, do we deal with this or do we just let him go? And, you know, and it's the big question. And it turns out it's too late for that because of all the killing John has done already.
Great casting with Alfie Allen, though.
He was good. He's very good. Yeah.
This movie's great casting altogether. Nyquist is in here. You even got the phone company guy. Is it Dean Winters? Ian McShane. Yeah.
Like Ian Winters was good.
Yeah.
Ian McShane. Did he come in the sequel? I wasn't sure if he's in the first one.
He's in the first movie.
Oh, he's in the first one.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yep.
I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah. No, that was a brilliant choice.
Now, and the Continental is in this one, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So the manager.
I couldn't remember if
what's the name of the actor that plays the manager? Not Ian, not the Ian McShane character. The reception.
The reception.
Oh yeah,
the black guy. Yeah.
Skeletor. My wife and I call him. He's been in such great. He's been in a lot of good stuff, though. He's a great actor.
Spartacus, I think, is where I know him from.
Yeah.
Well, he's been in everything. Wasn't he also in that really weird Fox TV show?
He was in Fringe.
Yeah.
Not Fringe, was it?
Fringe.
Yeah, his name is Lance Reddick. He's
Lance
amazing.
Reddick. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know, they're comparing it to Unforgiven. I'd actually compare it more to Pale Rider and things like that. It's some of the more darker tone ones.
Yeah,
because
I would agree,
Unforgiven is he's hired to go get revenge for somebody. In most cases, like in even movies like Outlaw Josie Wales or something like that would be another one maybe in comparison too, because in those cases, most of the time Clint Eastwood's character's out for revenge, right? Because that's what this is about. This is the classic revenge tale. Like he even got the car, you know, they're kind of similar to having a horse kind of thing and all that business. So it's very, you know, it's very much in that vein. Yeah. Unforgiven, on the other hand, is more of a redemption / revenge story than it is anything, because he's already lost his wife. He's given up on his old ways. You know, he's raising kids. He does it because he needs the fucking money, right? Like, that's
exactly
really what it boils down to. Like, yeah. So this is all pure revenge, pure emotion kind of thing. So
yeah, as he says at one point, it's personal.
I mean, if you kind of compare it to the end of Unforgiven, yes.
Yes,
in that respect.
But the very end, yeah. But I think you're right. I think Pale Rider is one where he's just pushed.
Look how
he decides I'm done.
Look how environmentally.
Well, Pale Rider is a whole setup for revenge if you remember the film. But yeah,
yes.
Look how environmentally unsound this movie is. How toxic is that?
Getting 5 miles a gallon.
Dude. There's a doggy.
And he's letting the dog drive. He lets the dog
drive. You know, he's probably better than most California drivers.
You realize
Certainly
why
better
this-
than New Jersey drivers.
Well, you
Or
realize why
anywhere for that matter.
it looks the way it does because it's set in New Jersey, and New Jersey's miserable.
Oh, is it in Jersey?
You know what's funny is that in Jersey, it's actually illegal for you to pump your own gas. But when you're Keanu Reeves gets to pump his own gas in New Jersey.
There's a lot of things you're allowed to pump in New Jersey, but not
gas ain't one of them.
Other people's mothers, perhaps, or you know.
A couple of 70s. You asked for it. You asked for it. Now I had to do that clip now.
That time, I heard you coming.
In New Jersey.
I need that clip. I need that clip.
Oh man, that's way too good. Okay, I got 2 super chats I'm gonna acknowledge real quick. Dearest Moonchild's it for $1.49 super sticker, and of course, snow is white, water is wet. He leaves me some popcorn. Is there extra butter on that popcorn, Darius? Thank you, by the way. And the Union of Amateur Strategists for $2 says membership soon? ? Love this movie and Toxic Tuesday. Oh, they're gonna come. I'm looking around spring. I'm gonna do the full meal deal package. Trust me when I say it's gonna be deliberately huge. So keep your eyes and ears open for the spring. It's gonna come, and that's a promise. And I live up to my promises. Thank you.
You said come. I gotta hit it every
That's
time.
true. That's true. You gotta make sure you leave a splash wherever we go. But I love it. He's like, his car is not for sale, and this
You know what's
dude,
sad is it's been a few years since I've seen this movie.
And John Wick says,
I didn't watch
"Shut
it.
up, or I'll
because I
cut
didn't
your
get a
nuts
chance
off."
to.
He says.
This thing is in my blood. I've watched this movie so many times. I want to say there's 76 of you guys hanging out with us right now. Thank you for that. But there's only 53 likes, which means there's some of you that are slacking just a little bit. So hit that thumbs up button. Let's get this thing over 100 for the night. Let's go.
Hit that like, or we're sending John Wick.
That's right.
How much for the car?
Baba Yoga.
Or we'll send Chip
not
Roy.
For sale. She's not for sale.
Yeah, he says, "Leave me alone, or I'm going to cut your dick off."
Don't test me. I know kung fu.
Go fuck yourself.
Man.
Everything's got a price, bitch. Oh, and that's another
But
thing
he
that
says it in Russian.
Okay, that's something I want to mention.
And he replies, and
you know how a lot of the old action movies, they would have lines out. They would one guy would say to one, usually like a bad guy would say, and then the hero would retort it later on. The John Wick movies bring that trope back. So it takes a bunch of, basically it's almost like a greatest hits of action movie tropes and assembling it, and you make John Wick. Really, you take good gun tropes, this good dialogue tropes, this great lead, this. But I just, because I know that line comes back in a great way later on. I miss action movies with that type of dialogue input where the line would be said and be used against them later on. That to me is great setup payoff in way of dialogue. There's our guy. As he's looking, he's like, these motherfuckers, they're not gonna take my car. He makes me want his car too.
Oh yeah.
I want that car. Shit, son. Can I have it?
Does anyone else have the impression that if not for the puppy being there, that might have been his last ride?
Possibly.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I don't think these idiots would have done nothing out in public like that. They know there's cameras and shit everywhere.
I mean, his test driving, his fun in the
stunt driving.
Yeah, the stunt driving. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
As far as stunt driving goes, Keanu actually did do a lot of his stunts for the movie, but one of the few things he didn't really wasn't as okay, this is the part where I draw the line, was a lot of the car stuff. That was his and I kind of get, if you're in a car accident, well, bye possibly career, because car accidents suck. I don't really ever hear about someone saying they've had the best car accident ever, because that's a very fair reasoning and logic on behalf of Keanu's.
Well, but I had a wonderful car accident. I shattered both of my clavicles
For a second there, I thought Culture was going to be like, that movie Crash. I'm actually into that kind of stuff. Me and the missus do it all the time.
He broke his
the dashboard lights.
In fact, this last weekend we had a hell of a crash.
He broke his Merkin.
Yeah, for those who don't know, there was a movie called Crash before that woke movie of before woke was a thing. It was actually about people who got off on
James
accidents.
Spader?
Yes, James Spader was in it.
It was.
Didn't Lynch direct it or something like that? I'm trying to remember.
No, it's Cronenberg.
Cronenberg, that's what it was. I always get those two flip flops.
It's weird as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Sorry, Culture. I didn't mean to disrupt you there.
It's fine. It's just trauma I was trying to relive with surrounded by friends, but now I'm
no, you don't need to.
No, you got us dicks.
I'm assuming you dropped the dog off at the house with all the dog toys that were in the back seat, because that dog be flying around in the car at this point.
Yeah, it was fine.
That's true, but it's movie. This is once again, that's where the movie magic plays in.
The dog's sitting on his lap driving, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to mention it, but Wolverine 626 beat me to it. And the reason why it got named to John Wick was because, Keanu Reeves just kept calling it John Wick instead of Scorned. So that's simply just how that happened.
It was
because it was
Fafo.
originally titled Scorned. That's all it was.
Fafo.
Was it true that the character
Fuck around
was
and find
originally...
out.
Wasn't the character originally meant to be a lot older?
Yes, he was supposed to be a lot
Yeah, they had
older.
like Sly was up for the part. God, who else was it?
Dolph Lundgren was actually a consideration. Van Damme.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell.
Maybe I could see Russell if I had to see some. I don't see Johnny Depp, and I no disrespect to Mr. Depp, but I don't see him getting this type of.
I'm surprised Bruce Willis didn't do it.
Yeah, see, I could see that or Statham. Statham, I could see. Jason Statham could have been it, but except he doesn't have the breathtaking hair that Keanu Reeves does.
No.
It almost felt like Willis did the Death Wish remake probably because he was pissy he didn't do this.
Yeah.
I feel like if anybody's going to get a gig like this or play opposite of Keanu Reeves, it's got to be me. I have better hair than Keanu.
Why do you have such a gay fantasy for Keanu?
You could play the dog, I guess.
He doesn't want to be in John Wick. He wants to be in the lake house opposite him. That's what you guys don't understand.
No, 70s.
We got a
70s.
Randy here.
70s, it was a beagle, not a spaniel.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, 70s. Picture shit.
Oh, shit. Right. Mad's here. Holy crap.
Oh, shit got real.
So I came because I have a little bit of a complaint about Toxic Tuesday. A little bit of a complaint. When are you going to start showing toxic movies? Because there's nothing about this movie that's toxic.
There was. You missed it. He was pumping real gas into his car. That's toxic.
You also missed Showdown
You're
Little
not looking
Tokyo.
At these things,
man.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I had to skip that one.
Well, see, that's not me problem.
There's a lot of aggressive white maleness in this movie. I mean, for fuck's sake,
Here comes Culture's favorite
Come
part.
on, Mad. The only woman in the movie died early.
Exactly.
So that should be your favorite thing.
Yes, and it doesn't make it toxic. But
I'd argue that it does.
How?
How? Because it's all dudes. This is a movie about the dudes.
And dudes aren't toxic.
Bullshit.
I'm reclaiming the term.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, kind of. Anyway, where are we at in the movie?
No, you're not black.
The dog's about to get kicked across the room.
The pupper?
Yeah.
Culture's got to go out. Culture's is your scene to go away.
I mean, it's unfortunate, though. I mean, if they didn't do it to the dog, I don't think the movie would happen. Not just the car. The car alone wasn't
attacking him, leaving him for dead, and stealing his car. That particular car, I would be on a spree already. But what they did to the dog, that means nobody that you ever met will live after I'm done.
Well, not only that, it almost ensures that every single fucking person in the audience, especially women, are going to be on board with this.
Oh,
yes. Like Culture just said, most women aren't going to give a shit about the car.
Nope.
We do culture. If it was a goldfish,
everybody's going to give a shit about that dog.
That's true. Yep. That's how you get people to freaking care. You know, another thing I realized too, Keanu Reeves pulls off the thing that most dudes do not pull off. You know, like when and culture would know. But when you're growing your hair out, the in-between stage is the most awkward part of the stage.
It is. Yeah.
John Wick is literally in the in-between stage, and somehow it works magnificently for
That's
him.
because Keanu Reeves is perpetually in that stage all the time.
He's amazing looking all the time. But it's look, I donate my hair regularly, right? And the last thing you want is the Lord Farquaad look.
Look, Keanu Reeves is forever 21. Okay, like the dude got lucky, but the curse is he must always look like he just rolled out of bed.
But he does a good job of that. He does.
I know, it's because he's a good looking dude. Like he's lucky enough that he can just roll out of bed and still look good, right?
Pulls it off. Pulls it off.
Not quick enough.
No,
honestly, I was disappointed that he had longer hair in Bill and Ted 3. I'm like, that looks less like Ted, if you ask me.
Whoa.
I agree, but it's okay. You know what? Him and the dog, they were like this.
Yeah, this is a sad part.
Yeah, see,
this isn't like Rocky and Apollo.
No, well, they got it's because they got attached really quick.
This
were
is
like
Rocky and Butt Kiss.
Butt Kiss.
Keanu makes a comeback because that's what he does.
Oh man, don't call it a comeback.
Ebbs and flows.
No, don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
Knock it off.
Somebody had to say it.
Oh, that was perfect. Well done, Mad. Well done. I'll give you that one. Credit where it's due.
By the way, this is as chill as I could possibly imagine being right here in this photo before I killed everybody on the planet.
You know what's? Go ahead, 70s.
Well, I was gonna. Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, was it? Okay, Matt.
What I appreciate about this more so than Terminal List is that his revenge is so defined and so pointed at the actual group that caused him harm, caused him hurt, and anyone that gets in the way. With Terminal List, he's setting off EFPs in the middle of a city with no regard whatsoever to whoever's around. And then when he attacks to kill whatever her name is at the end, they're all contractors. They're all there doing a job. He doesn't give a shit. He's murdering all of them.
I've never seen this show, so he just spoiled it for me. But
well, I read the
why
book.
would you do that?
But I'm just saying, with this, there's less.
Why would you ruin that show for people, man?
Did it ruin it? I didn't. I mean, that's basically the plot for every movie from 1984 to 1993.
People should be persecuted for spoilers.
It wasn't spoilers. I didn't even say that he was dying of a disease.
Yeah, we're talking jail time now.
I think the calm that he has adds to it. I think it adds to the impending doom. It's like, this is now inevitable. He's not even, he's angry, but he doesn't need to express that. It makes him more terrifying.
Well, and I think that since we already know the guy that stole the car is a eunuch,
Johnny Legs.
He's got any knob.
Johnny Legs.
Hey, Johnny Leg was.
Where'd you get this?
You have the right to be dead.
The world's most explosive.
That was really loud.
Yeah, right. I was not ready for that.
Well, I had to say I was sending a message to the bad guys. You have the right to remain dead. So that's what all that was
that's
about.
Such a bad line.
See you at the party, Victor.
Man, I know, Matt. And also, hello, Mark.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Barely,
yes,
yeah.
Testing.
Mark,
sorry, I'm on my travel headset. I don't know how it's gonna work. How's it going, guys?
Good, but I let you down. I didn't make a movie out of the slides. I'm having to click through them one by one.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use that. Did you use Thumb Plus 70s?
I've got the latter half. I've turned into a movie. I've got to reach the right one to start them.
70s got to give it a reach around.
I was kind of busy and I forgot.
Where did you get that?
That's
car?
okay.
Where'd you get that car, Mark D?
Oh, yeah, that's my '69 Mustang, right?
That's right. Where did you get that car?
Well, I have a '67 Mustang. Actually, it was my funny story. My grandmother, well, actually, my mom bought it and then she gave it to my grandmother when she needed a station wagon. So the car is older than me. So I have an old Mustang from '67 Mustang that's been in the family forever.
I'd just like to everyone that has ever ridden on a bus. Have you ever come across a guy that looks like this on the bus?
I've never ridden a bus.
Yeah, I mean that's public transportation. I mean that's
gross.
Actually, in
Every
Chicago,
bus in Chicago.
That's just, I was gonna say that's just an afternoon, Monday afternoon Chicago. It's normal.
Oh, you're getting a new mayor, Nick.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse than life.
Meet
I
the
don't
new
want to get.
mayor,
I don't
same
even
as
want
the
to get
old
into
mayor.
it. Yep. Yeah. I'll trust me. I already know it's gonna be a shit show, and then it's gonna be those. It's just more lather, rinse, repeat. So, anyways, John
Yeah.
Wick.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
No,
GT.
you're good, man. You're good.
Wait a minute. Do you?
Yeah, how
see
did they
that?
steal that car?
Yeah.
Is like a $15 million car. So
What, the GT?
the GT40? Yep. That's a racing version. That's not a That's not the
the
newer
Ford
GT40,
reissue.
that's the
No.
original.
Yeah. I've seen one of those. Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's an unobtainium car. Yeah.
It is.
Monkey Jeebus is correct. Mad definitely rode the short bus.
But he's also wrong because that's not public transportation. Try to keep up with the conversation, dum dum.
I don't know. Did you go to a public school, man?
I rode the Widow bus.
That was actually really good. That was
Mad. Did you go to a public school?
No, I did not. I went to a Christian private school. I saw Power. Oh, this has nothing to do with any of you. Brahma, I found the clip of the Power team ripping the phone books with the power of Jesus and HGH.
Oh, God.
I know what we're
I'm starting
watching.
to regret getting excited when he showed up.
Me too.
This phone call coming up is one of my favorite parts of the movie.
that is
with
Oh,
Leguizamo.
it's so good.
Can you tell me why you
Legs bit
place
is one
hands
of my
on my
favorites,
son? Well, he stole John Wick's car. Okay.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that response tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
I felt that. Oh, this is
I
the
asked
shit
you.
is gonna hit the fan type of part.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Leguizamo's great in this part here for even the 5
Yeah.
minutes.
No,
and he-
he's excellent. I'm not gonna deny his talent. The dude's a dick, but he's got talent.
But Vigo's son is like he's a eunuch, so he's already
Viggo
suffered
Mortensen.
enough. We saw in Game of Thrones he was having a bad day.
That joke didn't land the first time, Culture.
I know I tried. You guys
Two more times.
I did
Two
that
more
joke
times.
about 20 minutes ago.
It's the
and
rule
never
of
landed.
3. Tom, it's the rule
Unfortunately,
of 3.
I don't have.
Only
I
if
don't
it
have
works,
the
though.
tumbleweed sound. I don't have.
Culture, give me
the
6
tumbleweed
months to watch Game of Thrones first.
Are you telling me this man is dickless?
Yes,
Yes, this man has no dick.
This man has no dick.
it's true.
That was the
Wait,
That's
wait,
what
wait.
I heard.
Oh, man. Can you go back one?
Oh,
Doesn't it look like he's coming out of the window?
what?
Because see the body
Oh,
and him.
yeah. I gotcha.
Thank you.
No.
I see it.
Yeah, it's a Pixar 3D joke, fuckers.
Didn't work.
Wow.
Didn't land.
It landed. I'm like a joke ninja. I only need one person to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they die.
I was gonna say. I guess they died because no one landed with.
No,
that
no,
one.
Zach got it.
I got it.
More like,
I got it.
more
See?
like 9 deaths of the joke.
Explain it to us, please.
We own you.
So the way that the window is positioned on the screen,
Hey,
it looks as though his body.
Matt, stop explaining the joke.
I was just
Watching
asked to
the thing.
explain it.
It
No.
wasn't
I
a
was
joke,
kidding,
so
of
how can you
course.
explain it as a joke? Because it wasn't a joke.
Oh God.
It was just a quirky observation.
I am watching it. This is like watching a movie with the slow kids. I swear to God.
We're not even watching the movie. It's a slideshow. Dum dum.
If I clicked faster, it would be the movie.
Yeah, if he clicks it really, really,
24
really
frames a
fast.
second.
Exactly. But then we'd probably get
Like one of
pulled
those
out.
old flip books. Remember the flip book that you?
And those are
Oh,
the
yeah.
words
To get the
right
most-
there,
He's boasting about the dog. He's boasting about it.
dude.
Yeah.
Statement. When you look at those words, like, dude, you really just bragged about that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Really just
Yeah.
bragged about that.
You fucked up his dog. That's what you did.
Johnny does not sound.
What was that?
way.
I was doing my best, Johnny Lake.
That's his best Latinx. That's his best Latinx.
Wow.
I zoned out. And I
Canceled.
came back into that. Ooh.
Johnny Legs sounds more like you fucked up his dog. That's what you did.
That's crazy shit, man.
Nah, I don't know what the fuck.
I rewatched Spawn the other day.
It's not pleasing you guys.
Mario.
Yeah, John Leguizamo didn't do that bad in Spawn. It was okay.
No, he's the best part of it.
Well, yeah, he's the only good part of it. But no, I'm kidding. No, he was really good. Did you guys see that the musical? The thing. It wasn't Birdcage. What was the musical? It was French.
Okay. Well,
Ratatouille.
No,
Ratatouille.
It was in a musical. It was
Les Miserables.
Hey, the guy that played Obi-Wan when he was young was in that too. Hey.
Moulin
Russian
Rouge?
Mad
Moulin
Demon?
Rouge. Moulin Rouge.
No, I have balls.
He was Toulouse-Lautrec. Well, then how did you know what it was, douche hammer?
Because I stole it from the chat, deuce mongler.
Matt has officially run out of vocabulary.
I was trying to steal what he said, but halfway I'm like, actually, I don't even know what he said.
Red Shirt, he lasted a lot. He lasted a lot longer than I thought he would. Red Shirt.
That's what she said.
Wow. Well, get the fuck out of my shop. And boy, do they had to, because we get to see the very first round of John Wick kicking some serious hole. Emphasize on hole.
Right. Round one. Fight.
Hole.
Double tap to the head.
Well, I hadn't seen the Cougar in a long.
Oh yeah, I'm crazy about a Mercury.
Yeah, I remember Mercuries. Yep. I remember when they used to make those. Pepperidge Farm remembers those. Holy shit!
I'm gonna buy me a Mercury and cruise it up and down the road.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you know what? Early '70s Roadrunner with yellow with that spoiler on the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, original tires and everything. But,
nice.
Yeah, I was so close to getting it, but I was married at the time. She's a horrible person who should burn in hell.
So have you ever stood next to a 460 Javelin with Headman headers when it starts and the ground shakes like the earth just opened up beneath you?
A friend in college had one.
I heard you struck my son. it is where the phone calls get
May I ask why?
May I ask why?
I forgot to mention something earlier when we had the doggy to make Keanu and Andy the dog start to have a bond. Keanu Reeves actually had bacon grease applied to his face, so the dog could must go to owner because, well, of course, the dog's gonna be attracted to bacon grease.
But also, Keanu loves dogs. The dude's a dog dude.
No, I know.
I'm just saying, don't down the dude.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out historical facts. That's all I'm doing.
I'm laughing. They're very hysterical.
Kind of like the peanut butter truck.
Killed his dog. Killed him. Yeah. That slow, awkward pause.
And this next line, Mark, thanks for getting this next line on here.
The two letters
I probably took too many clips here, but
it's okay. It's just the fact that it's and the phone call ends.
We don't
You're right.
And you can't forget this is a hardened mafia boss who's running the Russian
There
mafia.
it is.
Who's a bad
There it
actor
is. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, dude, wow. Shit.
Yep.
And he's alive, which is bad.
Yep.
Nothing needs to be said.
What do they call them? What do they call them? The Yabba Gabba?
Baba Yogi.
Baba
Yabba
Yogi?
Googa.
Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yabba Dabba Doo it.
Baba
Why?
Hey, I'm Baba Yogi. I'm here to
Baba
kill
Yogi.
you, motherfuckers.
Baba
A
Yogurt.
picnic basket.
I've seen Gabba Gabba. It's not that scary.
I know where you live. You know what? I'll be there soon. After we're done here.
My Gabba Gabba joke was better.
Man, you suck rocks. At least we don't have Yabba Dabba dinosaurs. That was almost real, folks.
Cocaine Bear was though.
I know, and it was good.
Not good,
Not wonderful, not epic. It was fun,
but fun.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I wish we could focus on this film.
Oh, there
Yes,
he is.
because we got our phone call
like this
guy
guy.
right
Hey,
there.
Bonnie, I'm trans now.
Wow. No, okay, so this
Hey,
is the
Fred,
insurance.
you're wearing a
commercial.
dress.
Yeah, this is mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you're
Mayhem
right.
from State Farm.
Mr.
Yeah,
He
Sure.
was
State
good in
Farm.
Rescue Me. He was good in Rescue Me.
When thugs try to steal your car and they kill your puppy and leave you for dead, life gives you mayhem.
You know, this guy
Call
has been
Allstate.
like dead and shit and brought back to life, and he has like half a foot and all this other shit. He's been through all kinds
Really?
of crazy crap.
The actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't see him much anymore.
Thank you, E. Clay. I got that wrong.
He was good in 30 Rock too.
In Rescue Me, he was good.
And
Good.
Oz. He was good on
Who?
Oz.
Which guy?
This
This
guy.
guy.
Him.
Oh yeah, he's
Mayhem.
Yeah, he
Dean Winters or something.
yeah, he doesn't. He's undiable. Undiable.
Undieable. I've never
Kill
heard
him.
that.
Just
Can't
mutant
color him.
actors.
He can't be
He's
Unkillable.
a Highlander.
He's yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Immurderable.
Have you seen my stuff?
Immurderable. Thank you. Matt.
Immurderable. That's it.
Immurderable.
And Matt, see, this is when you know Vigo knows he's so fucked that he has to first like lay it on his son, like you motherfucker, you really had to do this. Like he has to give him almost like a sample beating before John Wick dishes it out to him, only inevitably so later.
Dean Winters is that actor's name.
Dean
Sorry.
Winters, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
makes him
pretty
watch
sure
it,
it's the Allstate guy.
That's
Yes,
what I
he
said.
is.
It is,
We
he
said
is,
that.
yes.
And
Yeah,
it
that's
was in
his name.
2009 that he had a bacterial infection and collapsed in his doctor's office. He went into cardiac arrest for over 2 minutes.
Mm.
They were able to revive him, but he was in intensive care for 3 weeks. And over that course of that time, he developed gangrene, requiring the amputation of 2 of his toes and 1 thumb.
Damn.
And then he had 10 subsequent operations and a skin graft.
Let's face it, if you're going to collapse in your doctor's office, is a good place.
That's
Right? That's the one
yeah,
place to do
that's
it.
ideal. That or a football field.
Well, and for the record, the word is subsequent.
It's Baba Yoga. Thank
What
you,
did I say?
serious. Baba Yoga.
Subsequent?
Yes.
We were trying to get that
What's
right
wrong with
earlier.
that?
Baba
You say
Yaga.
it like that.
Baba
Baba
Yaga.
Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
I heard it
Yaga.
said
It's
like
Baba
that just 'cause you're
Yaga.
from a different part
Baba
of the word.
Yaga.
Tomato, motherfucker.
You look, it's Baba Yogi, dude. I don't care what you say.
Baba
Hey,
Yoga.
boo boo.
Baba
Watch
Yoga.
what I do to this
average
guy's head. I'm gonna kill him with a pencil
Nobody
and a
punches
picnic basket.
Dude, we got to do that someday, Tom.
Yeah.
The
Nobody punches you.
Yogi.
Nobody punches you like your father, eh?
It's Baby Yoda.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Well, no, your
Yeah.
dad, man, my dad's backhand is wicked. Holy crap.
Sounds
Take my
like
hand
sounds
off
like
that.
Ranger
Hey,
Smith,
serious.
why did you kill Boo Boo? Now I gotta kill you.
And this is the first time we get Dean Winters going, in English, please. He says it like 20
Yeah, that was
times
good.
throughout the movie.
Yes.
And Matt, I will give you credit. You did say something funny on this stream.
Cool. Thanks for your approval. I guess it's all worth it now.
I know.
Baba Yaga Raga Timmy.
Timmy.
All right. Pinochet's
Well-
helicopter tours for $2 says Toxic Tuesdays outdoes MST 3000 and RLM combined.
Wow. Up there with Red
Wow.
Dead.
Woo! That's can you say huge? Like really huge.
I think
And Eric
movies
K.
with Mad runs a close second.
Well, when we used
I
to
would
do
agree.
This, when we used to do this amazing show called Street Smarts.
Have you even
That
seen
was-
movies with Mad?
Yes, and it's terrible.
I disagree completely.
Eric K for $2 says Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga. All right. I don't know why I call it yoga, but actually I got it right that time. Thank you, Eric K, and thank you, Pinochet. Appreciate it.
But it's not the boogeyman like they say in this. Different
Oh, but
character.
this is about the pencil.
buried that day.
He fucking-
foundation.
a fucking pencil. A few days after his wife died, you kill his fucking dog. Oh man.
Yeah, the Baba
go backwards?
Yoga,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's, so
Yeah.
They
I'm-
get
I'm-
it. They get it better in the Ant-Man and the Wasp when they
just
talk
have
about
to
it.
Give me a second here. I've got to play about with these files to
That's
get the
fine.
movie going. Yep.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, there we
You're
go.
good, man.
This should just go automatically now. I don't have to click it.
Awesome. I miss your thoughts. I mean,
miss Mark.
This was a really weird homoerotic.
I can't travel
moment.
on Tuesday.
I'm sorry, Mark. I missed
this was homoerotic to you, Culture?
Wait, that was his son.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange. And like in an incestuous.
Oh, he looks very romantic to his ears. So Culture kind of has a point. If you looked at his eyes, Vigo's looking down on him. Vigo looked like he was almost like sniffing his ear, like he was the president. Not that I want to go down the road, but it was very timely. Yeah. There's some weird sniffs going on there.
He Biden his own son, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I want to know.
I love the John Wick movies,
but
sorry, I thought you were telling me to hold on. But the economy or the financial none of it works. I don't know how it works. Stuff. Yeah, the gold. I mean, it cost him what 20 gold coins to clean up the body, and 1 to check into a hotel, and then 2 for. I mean, what? What system is this?
You're gonna run out of coins.
It's an old system, and you wouldn't understand.
Okay, explain it.
And it was 12 gold coins to clean up the bodies because he makes a dinner reservation for 12.
Yeah, and again, it's one gold coin per body. A gold coin is roughly worth the equivalent of about $5,000, so it was $5,000 per body. Staying at the hotel is $5,000. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what the economics of the situation work out to. Of course, that is in 2014 dollars. Now it's fucking holy shit money.
I think we
use super chats to pay for the buried bodies.
Yes, that's exactly right. Who was that? That was genius.
Wait, all right. So is this working off of the gold standard, or is this working off of their own made up shit?
No. It's a gold standard.
I think it's the assassin standard because they never like change out the gold for something else, and the bounties are all in money, not in gold coins.
Well, yeah, but coins are a commodity.
Hold on, I got to show this off from the lovely Sherry. He stole his car and killed his toxicity in John Wick. This is actually
that's a good look for you, Brahma. Nice. That's a good look.
Brahma actually, of course, he pulls off the suit.
I don't know how she caught me smiling. That doesn't happen.
Am I the guy that am I the Allstate guy? What am I?
No. You look like you're getting a handy.
That's actually probably true.
You're the dog.
I am not the dog.
You're the dog now, man.
I want to bring up something that I forgot to when Vigo calls Wick, and Wick doesn't say a single word.
Not a word.
I thought that was so freaking bad. I was like, he's just talking, he's trying to get a response, and the call just ends. He's like, what did he say?
Can we rewind a bit? Because I mean, this is the moment they enter his house. Dude just dug up his guns out of a concrete foundation, and then he goes like, biblical. He goes biblical on all these people. It's like amazing. They are unprepared for what is happening right now.
And it's really when it entered into a new phase. I mean, and every 10 years there's a sort of revival of action or a taking forward of the action style action movies. I think this moment was the beginning of that.
I believe Brahma wanted to laugh at my joke.
Well,
go ahead.
No, 70s. You bring a good point because not you kind of like how Die Hard had Die Hard ripoffs. We have John Wick ripoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
Every 10 years you get.
I was just going to say this.
Go ahead, Tom.
What are the John Wick?
I was going to get into this actually because this is what I would consider in my top 10 best action films of all time. So like Die Hard, you have John Wick's, and there's other movies that are kind of ripoffs of John Wick's. Everything from like last year's Bullet Train could be kind of considered a John Wick type film.
It redefined the genre.
It's this fast pace, almost like anime kind of style to a point.
I loved Extraction. I thought it was brilliant.
Another one.
How about Nobody?
Nobody's a great example. Yep. So I would give Nobody like 3 John Wicks out of 5.
I like that.
Like the Die Hard scale.
Bullet Train was like 4 John Wicks out of 5.
I can't wait for the what that trailer we're looking at for the Finnish movie that's supposed to come out in America in April. I cannot wait for that.
Thank you,
looks
Zach.
so
and that's kind of a John
good.
Wick movie.
Oh, it
too.
totally is a John Wick.
And you know what, Zach, you and I probably need to hang out because I'm going to watch Sisu.
Yes,
real quick.
I'm going to be joining you guys for that.
And then we need to have a conversation, so that'll be fun.
Let's do that. I'm pumped for that movie.
Oh, so am I. No, that's a see right away. Seriously, Sisu is on my must see. Like, besides like the new Mission Impossible, that Sisu is high up there for me.
Can I push back on Tom's assertion of this being the
no?
If you're going to say Taken, because didn't that come out first technically?
I wasn't. I was going to go with The Raid. I think that this has a lot of influence from.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
From the Indonesian.
I think this film came right out of Tuken, to be honest with you.
Oh, I was gonna say, you beat me to it
because The Raid kind of stalled with Dread, but then yes, as far as the action goes,
yeah,
that definitely was an influence.
And they bring those guys in too for the third one.
But what this was like, even Die Hard wasn't the first of its kind, but what it was the first to put it all together in one package.
That makes sense.
And that's kind of what this did too. Same thing with The Matrix, right? The Matrix was another film.
Equilibrium, yeah.
Speed was another one he did. Keanu Reeves has been involved in a couple of these now. Speed was one of them. Matrix was another, and now this are movies, action films that influenced other films afterwards.
It popularized a certain stylized genre.
Yeah, and The Matrix is clearly just a ripoff of like anime and other kung fu films and influences. So like
and Dark City,
and well yeah.
So here's
that
our
movie
boy
never gets what it deserves.
Getting his first shots in the movie, and he just comes out swinging. And this is one of the few times where you see a cop and he just knows him almost like as if like he knows what he does. How's it going, Jimmy? It's probably his most Keanu Reeves moment here for me. The most unwick of it because he's hey Jimmy. And they talk, you working again?
Yeah. Well, a big difference between this film, and the sequels, though, is Keanu actually lets us see John as a real person. Yes. Once we get to the sequels, we don't get to really see him as a vulnerable individual. Well, and he even made a point to where we get to see him in the beginning of he even made a point in the beginning of the film to make sure we get to see him in like his PJs and hanging out at home and in very vulnerable spots and ways that we normally wouldn't see a hero like that. But like you said, once we get to the sequels, he's basically a superhero at that point.
Do you think that is because they're relying upon the established him as a human in this one? They think that is carrying over into the sequels? Like they don't have to show it again because they've already shown
pretty
it?
much, yeah.
But his motivations in the sequels are less, they're more obscure. I mean, it's just he's really just doing it for himself. It's survival of himself. Well, this really, one, he's got revenge as a thing.
The sequels did what the Matrix sequels failed to do, and that was take the original concept and keep building and building and building, and to its detriment in some cases, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because they keep making money. That's they give people what they want. Like I got through the third film and I'm like, yeah, but at this point it feels like I'm watching a video game being played.
Exactly. It's the same thing that happened with the Fast and the Furious franchise. Eventually, physics ceased to exist and you can catch people with a car like it's a fucking glove. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Or drive.
I gotta say, I know you guys might have talked about it earlier, but I think the opening to this movie is just utterly brilliant. The way they humanize him. He's, you find out his wife has been sick, and it's actually, it's pretty tearful if you've got, knowing anyone who's been through cancer, or, something really tough, or watch someone die slowly. I mean, he really is a human character in this movie, and it's just utterly brilliant. The cinematography is great. Everything it's top notch start to an action film, and in the beginning you're like, wait, where's the what's going on here, what's happening, that scene in the hospital, and it's just watching it again last night, it's just that's why this is the best. I like this one the best, and it's just and then when you get to this, like, don't mess with the bogeyman, and then you see how good he is with the weapons, handling the weapons, and he's trained a lot if you watch the YouTube videos. So he really took this role seriously, and it looks it's kind of like a video game, obviously, but he knows how to handle those weapons. He's actually reloading. So I just love this opening. This first half of this movie is just brilliant. Just top notch. 10 out of 10.
Well, the other thing that's a little bit different in this movie than the other movies is there are regular people like the cop. Yes, he knows about it, and there are, they're the gangsters, and
that was one of my complaints about the sequels too.
In the other movies, there is not a normal person. Everybody,
the real world just kind of fades
away.
away.
Is an assassin.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. That in the bullet.
Hang on. Jimmy returns to the second film after they blow up his fucking house. So Jimmy was in the first
next
film
week
and the second film. But Tom just said
Brahma's right though. It does keep building on it though.
Yeah, I mean, once you introduce
that is one of my
suits,
complaints. That is one of my complaints.
The second movie, he is trapped by his own word. He's given a marker, and he follows the rules until he decides screw the rules, and that leads directly into the third movie.
Right, which we'll get to next week, I'm sure. But
which this all takes place in the span of like a week and a half.
Isn't that insane? This film is like right on top of
when you add up his injuries. Yeah. It's
I was about to say, I'm like, well, that makes it less appealing because the amount of damage that is done to this man. Ugh, woman.
I think the big difference in this with the
so then, Matt,
if it makes you feel any better, Matt, she was a man in the original script.
You must have been thrilled when you must have been thrilled when Keanu put was it the bed sheet over her face?
Best part ever.
Oh no! I think was it a bed sheet or a pillowcase? All I know is that Perkins is a tribute to Tiger Woods. I think that's why they named the character the way
that's right.
I just think it's ridiculous that Mad thinks he can define what's a woman, and he's not even a biologist. Jesus.
And that's Mockingbird,
like women,
and Pelicki, and the girl from the Orville.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what?
Fresh off of Friday Night Lights.
The chick that plays his wife is smoking, by the way. Of course, she's
the chick who plays the bartender down here in the bar.
Bridget Monahan.
Also smoking. Yeah, the steampunk bartender. Yeah, she's smoking.
Yeah, Brigitte Monahan.
Wow,
yeah,
loaded up, ready to go.
Axencom said he has an urge to watch The Wire again. Absolutely. One of the greatest television series of all time.
Okay, so now when I get to season 3, though, I'm like, I used to not be like that. I don't know what happened.
Is that's not the white one, is it? The second season is the one where they're on the docks?
Winston. I thought the last season was the docks one.
No. It's early on.
I think it's the third season. I think that's where I'm like, I don't want to watch this again.
But I am so looking forward to the spinoff TV show of The Continental just because of Ian McShane.
Oh, yeah.
Ian McShane is awesome.
It's going to be fantastic.
Dude, he better say cocksucker.
He better. At least twice per show.
Oh, you know he will.
That cocksucker tried to kill me.
I've been watching.
You get cocksucker, you kill.
He says, "See you next Tuesday." Pretty well.
I've been watching Ian McShane since he was playing Lovejoy on AMC.
Oh, me too. Hell, I remember I was as a guest star in shows like Space 1999 and Z Cars and other British shows.
He was so good in Deadwood. I was like, oh, this guy's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
watch Sexy Beast sometime. There's a toxic movie for you.
Film?
Oh, yes, we'll have to do that.
That's when he did his first Hardman role.
Look.
I'm going to step away when you talk about girls.
Look at her.
Mad could talk about her.
First of all, I love the way that hair rule works because that's like straight out of the 50s. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, she's doing the pinup thing.
And she has that, and she has the perfect aesthetic. Because if you look at all the ladies that work for, within the company, so to speak, I mean, if you look at like the call center, they all look like that. I'm like, good Lord, they kept the aesthetic tight. My goodness.
Emphasis on tight.
Tight.
Like a toiger. Toit.
Toiger. Look at those guns.
All right, name the handguns.
I'm liking you and Dustin and I think Rama might know. Dustin definitely knows.
I know he's got a Desert Eagle at one point.
Oh yeah, the 5. Yeah, 5. He's got his balls. He do
kind of blurry.
blurry.
Yeah.
Mad would probably know.
What? No, he doesn't.
And the one closest to in the frame, the one closest is a compensated pistol of some flavor.
Yeah, and then I'm looking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
H&K is an H&K.
Well, what I think is wonderful about this is he hasn't got to the suit yet, right? He's just wearing regular body armor, so he's got plates in that thing. So what's amazing is his mobility. Despite that, right? He still has really good mobility here. What's just happened?
Hello. That was some of the questions that I had as far as how much armor he had and how much mobility he actually still had.
There was another one yesterday of me. I'll have to bring it up later.
Dude.
Similar theme.
Monkey Jeebus.
Old dick. Oh, that is glorious. That was just perfect. I had to.
It's really good.
Hey,
well
feel like
played, Monkey Jeebus.
I feel like we missed some of the slides, so I blame Monkey Jeebus for missing some of the film.
When there's all these dudes here, we can't slide in everything.
All
I
right.
know, but we're coming up on the Kevin Nash scene, aren't we?
Oh,
that scene is
so. What's
I love
funny?
that one.
Great scene.
Not only is it a great scene, but right when I saw this scene in the theaters, I was laughing because as soon as I knew he was a Russian guy, it brought me back to when he was the Russian in the 2004 Punisher movie.
Yes.
So like he went from being a character who was titled the Russian, who didn't speak, to now actually playing a Russian again who speaks. In this movie, I was like, wow, Kevin Nash
In
was
the Punisher,
Russian twice in 2 movies.
during that fight, he actually got stabbed.
He did actually get stabbed. Yes, he did.
They thought it was one of the retracting blades, and it wasn't, and he actually got full on stabbed, and they kept going through the whole scene.
Finish the scene.
Yep.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
I got paid extra for that.
Oh, I'm
Big
sure
sexy
Big Daddy
Kevin
Cool
Nash.
did. Oh, the NWO
This is so
for life.
Are you
Hello,
working?
Mr. Vic. You've lost
60 pounds.
over 60 pounds.
This is one of the few movies I let subtitles pass.
Are you
'cause
working?
Even though they kind of have to.
Francis, why don't you take the night off? Thank you,
sir.
Yeah, he takes the thing out of his ear.
You know why he let him have the night off, right?
Because he gave information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I know exactly why.
He didn't want to kill him.
This film is the editing is really well done, right?
Oh, it's incredible.
We talked about the pacing and some other things. This is one of the few films that didn't have an extremely long assembly or director's cut. Believe it or not.
Didn't need it.
From what I'm seeing here, actually, the original cut was only 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah. So they cut out about 40 minutes of footage.
Roughly 40 minutes, and most of it came out of the beginning. Believe it or not.
So when they came out, he came out tight.
You actually could not have done this any tighter. You really couldn't have.
One of the only things I didn't like about the Kevin Nash scene is if he's the doorman and he's part of their guard, why the hell wouldn't he have known that John Wick was coming after the kid? Because everybody else is on notice, watching for him, and he actually knows John Wick, and he's like, "So are you working?" It's like, well, yeah, you should already know that. You're the doorman and the guard. That was one of the few complaints I had in the movie, that it just kind of stuck out to me. And now you guys have to notice it.
Bastard.
Plus, the thing is, when he gets knocked out in the beginning of the movie, I mean, it obviously has to happen after, kill his dog, but he seemed kind of, not so wary. I guess he thinks he's out of the business now, but he kind of got knocked out a little bit too easy.
I mean,
he said he was a bit rusty.
Look, you're the asshole that points out the fact that if Indiana Jones didn't show up in the first film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, nothing.
Oh, I'd never say that.
And actually, I totally argue with that every time because it's bullshit.
Well, no, it's 100% right.
No, it's not. It's bullshit.
He achieves.
They would have never found the fucking Ark.
I've
gotten in this argument 100 motherfucking times.
He achieves absolutely nothing in that film. He doesn't make any of his objectives happen.
How? They would have never found the damn thing.
Museum, and the Ark ends up in the fucking government warehouse.
So what? You're talking about something completely different.
No, I'm not.
You are.
He completes none of the objectives in that film that would contribute to any successful effort.
You belong in a museum.
Like a married couple arguing. It doesn't help that
They
you
would
two
have
look
never
alike,
found the
too.
Ark in the first place. They only found it
No.
because Indy went to go see Karen Allen.
They would have got the medallion.
And they had half the medallion, and they only had half of it then. They didn't even know where it was to begin with. They got it because they were following
But
him.
if they would have gotten Karen, if Indy wasn't there, they would have acquired Karen and the medallion.
No, they wouldn't know where to go.
You're
not even
100%
listening to what I just said. The only reason they knew where it was is because they fucking followed him, because they let him send the book to Indy. So the Nazis followed Indy to her bar.
We are ruining John Wick action scene right
But
now.
it's fucking true.
I think what we need to do is have a separate show, a debate, on this issue. What did Indy matter?
I hate that argument because it is such horse shit.
Just that issue and nothing else. Only that issue for the entire stream.
Like the Scopes Monkey trial. Yeah. Clarence Darrow and
Meanwhile, another 12 guards have been killed.
Yeah.
He kills 72 people in this movie. I
We
think
just
we'll be
had a
okay.
married couple
80
argue
84,
over John
actually.
Wick.
It was Mummy
Meanwhile-
and Mummy stopped fighting, not Mummy and Daddy. They're both Mummy.
His body count in this one was 84. And Nick,
Which they make
to answer your
reference
question earlier,
Yeah.
Rambo, the John Rambo, it was 81. So Wick got him by 3.
Oh,
Wick
so
wins.
Wick did. I
And he
thought he was down by 3, but
And
okay.
he doesn't use any machine guns or anything like that. Just
No.
so he has to kill them all one by one.
Wow, he put a knife in that guy, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
He shoots the
No,
shit out of this
70s.
big
Come on,
Dude,
he used.
Matt
he
had
used,
to love that he was in undies.
he used the submachine gun in the parking lot.
That's true. I
wait,
forgot
that
about
left
that.
a mark.
Sorry. Yes.
Wow, that guy's wearing a Speedo. So
By the way, Mark, I hope you did the editing of these in case there's any boobs.
There's not.
There's no boobs in this movie.
Honestly, I don't think there
Nope.
isn't any of these, is there?
Nope.
Yeah, in the second one, there's the whole bath scene.
Oh,
and
yeah,
there's,
that's great.
The blood.
Hey, that bath scene reminds me of a weird film. What was the one that Bruce Willis was in with two hot chicks? Like Death
Color of
Becomes Her?
Midnight.
No, Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh, Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Hostel.
Wasn't that like Isabella Mussolini? Whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Now
what's
I'm
your
thinking
mind
Color of
culture?
Midnight or whatever, but yeah.
Famous Italian politician.
Mussolini was in that movie.
She had Iraq. She had Iraq.
Oh man.
Have you got a lot of Turkish bathhouse movies culture? Is that what you're
No, I don't. What are those?
He likes movies about gladiators.
He does
I
like
do,
movies,
actually. You know what? Mad's on the right path with some of this.
What's
Where'd
that?
he go?
Well, I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
I was just waiting on somebody to acknowledge me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Mad.
Hi, man.
I just like how John's now just chasing after Gregory at
She's
a
hot.
nightclub, and he's
She's
in a
hot.
towel.
And looks just running through there with a towel and a gun.
This was like some of the nobody really reacts to it either. That's the
It's
other
like
thing.
it's like, oh no, people are catching on right
a few
there. It's like,
people do, but
yeah,
like
yeah. And
Well,
this
it's
is
a
my
mob
complaint
hotel.
with the sequels, though, is because like
can I
He
looks
looks like
ask
he wants to say you're a towel.
how effective do you think that gun is? Like the way he's holding it there, I'm like, okay.
Well, hey guys, not to get us too sidetracked, but I was thinking
He's
about
coming. He's coming.
Go ahead,
He
man.
even said it.
I was thinking about Indiana Jones and how if you look at the first movie. No, nobody. Okay.
Don't even start.
I'm listening.
I'll be
You ever seen
honest.
a grown man naked?
I wasn't really listening to the argument. I was
We
hoping
now
somebody would
return
stop
you.
me.
We
I
now
thought you were-
return you to our regularly scheduled
I
programming.
think
Thank
you
you,
made the right
Eric.
choice, Mad.
Eric K for $2 says acknowledged. Hey, Mad. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Eric.
But I did make an interesting point in the chat that everybody ignored. What if John Wick died with his dog, and this is all just a Jacob Ladder scenario where he's there
God, wouldn't that be
dying?
good.
Oh, you're saying like he's got the
That's the M. Night
DMT brain death.
Shyamalan
Because it does get more
That'd be cool.
fantastic as the movies go on, and as we say,
Right?
less realism, more fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all in his mind, his dying thoughts.
Hey, Eric K, do you want to split an Airbnb in Vegas, dude?
What the fuck?
That was weird, awkwardly, and gay.
He wants
So
to
he's
split
cheating
something.
on you. He's
He's
cheating
going to
on
split
you.
something, but we don't know what that is yet.
Oh,
he-
Jesus, Lisa.
Here's a problem. The thing is, let's just say Eric K acknowledges this and lets culture do it. He's got to make sure that it's actually culture coming through. He's got to make sure it's actually him and not Tom, because it's
What-
easy to mistake the two.
What-
All Tom
what
has to
I've-
do is put on a wig. Not
It's true.
I just need to correct what I said. Everyone but Lisa ignored what I said in the.
Tom and I are stepbrothers. Most people don't know that.
We are.
Oh, that makes it even weirder.
Makes it even weirder.
That explains a lot.
That felt weird for Mad to be acknowledging a woman in the chat.
That was odd.
Yeah,
That was a weird moment.
Well, clearly she makes the right decisions.
Well,
because
that's
she's
why
here.
he said nobody did to begin with, but then she had to bitch about it, and then
and prove
Mad
her
got all
womanness,
like,
just like a woman.
Thank you, Mad. She
If
said
Mad
no.
says something wrong and there isn't a woman around to hear it, is he still wrong?
Fuck
Yes.
no, I wasn't wrong to begin with.
Oh,
Oh,
The bigger question is Mad ever right? When he doesn't steal it from somebody else anyway.
How dare you?
50% of the time.
Oh,
I'd give him 50-50.
I'm telling you right now, this nightclub scene is bonkers, though. I mean, there's a lot of great close-up fighting.
I'm not a big fan of nightclubs, but this one looks like fun.
Bruce, this is not true.
That's Perseus from Clash of the Titans as Bruce.
Bruce has been doing some great stuff on his channel lately.
yeah.
So he's Laurence Olivier.
I gotta get Bruce back on. He could join all the homoerotic greatness.
There's not enough homoerotic greatness in this film, unfortunately.
There's plenty.
That is a low in it.
Did
Yeah.
you not? The dude is taking a bath downstairs in a nightclub.
Yeah, but
That time, I heard you coming.
From New Jersey.
Why do I feel like I need to watch Hawaii Five-0 now?
Don't watch
Because
the new
you're
one. Watch the
racist?
original one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
then it's Hawaii 5-0.
Okay, Fort Bragg. I hear you.
Am I supposed to get
This
that?
is okay. This for me, probably my one nitpick from the movie coming up is when John gets
Whoa,
thrown
that
over.
head just exploded. Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's where he gets thrown over the balcony, and they're like, "Damn, he got up a bit too soon." But other than that,
Got up a bit, motherfucker.
It was
After
just a
everything we've
winded.
seen him take, you're like, well, when he fell, he got to his feet. What about all the times he got shot? Ooh, magic suit.
When he fell, I was worried. Like if he had a gun in the small of his back, he wouldn't be getting it.
Where in New Jersey is this, by the way? Where in New Jersey is that?
Billy, I think I got to recover that clip.
Oh wait, what's happening now?
Mark,
Yeah, what happened?
what happened to the clip about
Oh, here we go.
Which one?
The
What happened to
Brandon
the
Lee and Dolph.
and
The size of his dick.
Oh yeah, where is that? Oh, here, I got it.
all right, slide it in.
Play the
and
clip, Jamie.
Play it.
Let me find it. Where'd it go?
Okay, so
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
What the fuck?
oh shit. That is very uncomfortable.
Of course it is. It's big.
That's also very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the point.
Just the tip.
You'll get used to it.
Oh.
Oh my God, the cock.
Indeed, Darius.
Oh.
Thank you, Masquerade. I'm
We
never
were
going to
watching
get away
this-
from that.
okay.
I'm
Well, what-
never going to get away from that.
We're watching
Oh,
this
no, that-
kick-ass action movie, and all we can talk about is gay moments in last week's movie.
Man, I didn't know it was that gay. I was like, should I watch this movie and be on? Nah, I'm sure I can miss this one. This one can't be that gay.
See, you were fucking wrong, dude.
I was wrong, man. I admit
Russian
it.
sauna, Russian bathhouses. Come on, man.
Yeah, I actually, Rachel, I
Oh,
was
dude,
thinking
the
I
amount of dudes that were in thongs in that movie.
I picture I was thinking when you mentioned bathhouses, Reg, I was thinking of Culture as Tony Curtis and Tom as Laurence Olivier in a Roman bathhouse.
There you go.
Wait,
It seems to work.
Is that the movie where they're like, "Do you like snails? I mean dick, but I
That's
can't
the
say
one.
it because it's 1960, whatever."
That's the one, yeah.
Victor said everything has a price.
Was it snails or oysters? I forgot what it was.
Oysters, I think it was. Was it? Yeah. Do you like oysters?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yes. Now can you suck my dick?
Here comes the most important cameo in the whole movie.
No, it was Spartacus. Yeah, Action Com is right. It
yeah,
was Spartacus.
yeah.
That they, oh man, just like The Last of Us, they've been sneaking in gay agendas since the beginning.
How good your laundry? I'm sorry to say, no one's that good. No, I thought not.
No one's that good.
Dude, that is quality.
All right, pause it right there. Pause it.
Okay, Rama, what whiskey is that?
In time.
Rama, I want to know. I want Brahma to have it for what whiskey is that? And do you?
Hang on.
I've got it in my hand.
Wait till we get that.
Blanton's.
Yep.
After this movie, Blanton's became almost impossible to find. It was already getting difficult, but it became far more popularized after that.
So how is it?
It's one of the better bourbons that I've got. It's from Buffalo Trace. It's the single barrel, and yeah, it's real good. It's just very hard to find. About a $60 bottle, realistically.
So I have a real question here. So is that milk of magnesia that he's got sitting there as shots, or what's happening?
That's just water, bro. Have you ever seen
Looks
milk?
clear to me.
Yeah.
What? That's white.
I'm gonna have to show you more milk.
I'm
so you
sorry
know the
in
difference.
advance.
You guys don't know what milk of magnesia is, do you?
Yeah, it's not water.
It's to settle your stomach.
What
It's
the
to settle
hell?
That's perfect.
That almost looks like Prince Farquaad.
You sleep on
You know,
the
John
floor.
Hurt. Really, John Hurt was really aging at this point.
I don't want to shame Nick because I like Nick a lot, but it really hurts me to see that you don't use dark mode. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
I don't want to say it makes me think less of you, but it doesn't make me think more of you.
White mode isn't very metal.
Wow.
No, I feel bad.
Nick, get on the dark.
I
mode.
leave the darkness to my coffee. Black.
Ooh, well, like well, I'm not gonna say it. I stopped.
Hey,
Whoa,
don't you be questioning
Like
my
my
BBC
soul.
pace?
Wait, what was that face he had on?
I don't know. It was like the I don't have the sock around my cock moment.
What?
Well, this is the part where Marcus sends in the warning shot because
you
this is
know
the
how
part
to
where
use
John
socks.
Wick fights a woman, and this had to have been Matt's favorite scene right here.
Well,
Because
See, if they made this film today, she'd have to win, and that would be the end of the series.
Yeah, you forgot about this scene, man, where he beats the hell out of a woman.
Good point.
oh, trust me, I did not.
Matt, you gotta love this.
No, because
no.
This is why I don't think it's a Jacob's Ladder scenario because, well, actually, kind of because there's no way that a woman could put up this much of a fight.
I don't know. She's pretty talented
As
an
what?
assassin.
Ooh,
The good thing is she gets thrown around.
I'm a woman
too, which I like.
assassin. I
It's not
can
like
sneak
But
in
like-
and put
but
poison in your
the
drink
thing-
while you're asleep.
But
It's
Mad,
assassin.
the thing that's annoying, Mad, is she's breaking the house rules. It's typical of a woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
to break the
Yeah.
rules like that.
Yeah.
She can't do as she's told.
She went straight up
Those
judo.
rules
right
were made by men.
This
Down
is a
with the
fourth-wave
patriarchy.
feminist, Mad. You've never come across one of
Cancel.
these.
Oh,
You could not have this scene now.
That just added another
Yeah.
toxicity point to this film.
She couldn't do this now.
No, you couldn't. Easily. You'd have to win easily.
especially when he puts the bed sheet over her face, he starts wailing on her
It's a
head.
bed sheet or a
exclusively.
pillowcase. We're about to see. When,
Yeah.
what?
Dude,
No.
it was a damn
If-
bed sheet.
If this was made today, she'd know how to fight. That's what this would be.
Why
Oh,
didn't she
this was-
just have sex with him and then she could have killed him at the
I feel
the
like
important moment?
I feel like
That's a
I've
great
seen this
shot of
somewhere
his balls.
on the hub. Maybe.
This is foreplay.
Go on.
Stinky says foreplay.
Hey Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Lisa. To the two ladies hanging out with us tonight. In the chat.
Oh, I'm sure there's more ladies out there. Ladies.
She can't even fight face to face. You know, she has to jump his back. It's terrible.
Southern Belle's here too.
All right, so
hi, Southern Belle.
If I can be serious for a moment, I do like how they depict her having even a slight chance of beating him instead of her just coming through and dominating.
Agree.
You know what I mean? Because it gets every time I see a chick fight, it's always that Hawkeye show where I'm just yelling at the stunt doubles, use your weight. Why are you not using your weight?
You're right. It's a sheet.
Yep.
Oh, it was a bed sheet. He starts wailing because he grabs her by the head. Look, he starts wailing. I was like, damn.
And at the end, after he's beating her up, he says, "Get in that kitchen and make me a sandwich."
That's right. Give me a sandwich, please. No, sandwich.
Give me some ice cubes for my bourbon.
That's right. I'm out of ice, damn it.
And okay,
no,
so
I agree with Matt there, but
as he's about to go ahead, Mark.
Sorry, I was just going to say he's not throwing like usually these sites like chicks are throwing guys around. It's like you know, it's not going to happen. A woman has to use her, her legs are much stronger than her upper body, and use judo techniques and
her karanas.
You know, yeah,
but snoo.
But yeah, no. So at least that part of the fight was more. Look more realistic and more believable. Today, when like you get these 90-pound women getting in a fight and then they're throwing these guys around, it's like what?
And they literally say, "Hey, ya."
Yeah.
Well, he was pretty.
They know the yell.
It.
Wait, what was Brahma? What was that movie? Ninja 3, where she keeps saying, "Hey, ya."
Hey, ya.
Hey, ya.
Perkins, like the restaurant Perkins.
Yes, that's what I said. This is a Tiger Woods joke. You guys didn't get it earlier.
I didn't get it, but
Ninja
I like
3, great movie.
So when
I get it now.
When obviously he basically knocks out Perkins, and then there's another cop, or I think he's another cop. He's like, "Hey, John, what are you doing?" And he says it's just more business. I'm like, I like how everyone
What's
just
another assassin?
He's
another assassin. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was a cop or assassin. Okay.
There's no cops in this place.
In the
Jimmy was a cop
everybody's in the business.
In the movie,
That man has socks, things to hold his socks up. How old-fashioned is that?
Yeah, otherwise known as garters.
Yeah, garters, that's the word. I couldn't remember the name.
Male garters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Garters are gender neutral.
It's a very homoerotic.
Depends who's wearing them, man.
So are maternity bras.
Oh, you know what? Maternity pillows? Man, you haven't had a sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't pillows.
That's right. Trains, planes, and automobiles. Yeah.
There for the baby.
I don't know why, but the dick clip, the dick clip does not.
It's up top, Nick.
Is that the top?
It's up top. I moved it to it's below the Rocky hug because I figured we should play those two together. So look for the dick on top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Just touch it.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Man, I gotta see that movie.
I think you found it.
Yeah.
I don't understand throwing in the on a man.
Well, the funny
I mean, it
part
makes
is,
sense nowadays. But,
yeah, I mean,
come on.
That's right.
At
You're
the
right. I never
time,
thought about it that way.
He actually had to edit it. That's the edited version, Brahma, because originally it was supposed to be the biggest dick I seen on a white man.
Oh.
So it lets you know that Brandon Lee was looking
the biggest
around.
dick I've ever seen. I mean, that would. Yeah.
Well, compared to maybe a horse or something.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or a rhinosaur?
Yeah, a rhinosaur.
Meat case.
He says like it's a bad thing.
This is the Vatican, isn't it? This is
Yeah,
in
of
the
course.
Vatican. Yeah.
This is how I picture the Vatican:
That's how I
secrets and
picture
money.
The Vatican too.
Secrets and money. Oh, they know about the UFOs and aliens. Don't tell me they don't.
Guarded by assassins.
Yeah.
Priest assassins.
Why do I always feel like Mad doesn't know anything?
How about I know everything? You just haven't caught up yet. Get woke, son.
No.
That explains
Are
a
we
great
still
deal.
in New Jersey or what? Is this still in New Jersey?
I thought it's supposed to be New York
I
City.
know it's New York City.
Get a rope. Oh wait, no, that's a salsa commercial.
Unless they filmed it in Jersey. But
No, I'm just kidding. I
New
don't remember
York.
buildings like that in Jersey.
By the
New
way,
Jersey.
she's kind of hot.
Hell yeah, they took out the troublemaker Gallier. You know what?
Kind of hot.
Should have tried that in my head before I went with it.
Oh, and then what's great about it is she gets dead. Because I'm looking forward.
You mean like now that she's all bruised up, she's kind of hot, or
yeah?
Wow.
And why the guy just put handcuffs on this trained assassin who can probably escape them pretty quickly? But that's another nitpick. Yeah, come on, he should have tied her up with duct tape or something.
Where did I've seen her in something recently. I can't think of what it was.
The
Marbles. That's how you wanted it,
This
Mark.
is when Harry met
up.
Mental.
What's this dumb broad's name?
Adriana
Palicki.
I'm not going to spell
She's
that.
in the Orville. She's in the Orville.
Yeah.
I don't watch that.
With Seth MacFarlane, yeah, and she was Wonder Woman, the pilot that never got taken.
I really don't like the fact that she executes like one of my favorite character actors, but whatever.
She does what?
I also don't think you can show that in February. So.
Oh
yeah. Oh, Legion. I saw her I watched Legion the other day. I really like that movie.
I think.
Yeah.
And she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Mockingbird.
That guy's head exploded. He's really good with this gun.
Oh, she was in Aquaman, the 2006 one.
Yeah, shit.
What?
No kidding. This dude.
Say what?
I don't know if this guy gets the fact that he's kind of already dead.
But he's got a nice big gun in his hands. And he shoots quite a few loads here.
It's Mad's bus right
Well,
there.
you can tell he's played the game a lot with this this particular gun because he's got the red dot sight, and it takes about 30 levels to unlock that.
Yeah, I know.
30 life levels.
What I really appreciate is the attention to detail in the CGI gunfire here. Right?
Oh, is it CGI gunfire?
Yeah, Alec Baldwin's not
He's
in the
firing real bullets, man.
Oh, well, then why'd you say it was CGI?
You're such a...
I mean, those look like rounds actually being extracted from the weapon.
Shell casings. They're known as shell
the casings. Yeah.
Yeah, blanks have those too.
Yeah, I know, but he's saying it's CGI. CGI doesn't have casings.
He wants me covered. That was really weird. He said, cover me. Like, who does he want him to cover? Does he want his boss? Does he want Wick to cover him? I don't know, man. That's pretty freaking weird.
Mark, thanks for putting in all this work.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, and
yeah,
shout
Mark,
out to 70s.
Thanks for putting in the work, and I'm sorry I screwed it up.
No, you screw up.
70s, you're fine.
You did good 70s. We got through.
So
I finally got to do it correctly 20 minutes in.
You know, when you get back from a bar drunk late at night in Nashville and you got to watch John Wick and do a slideshow, it's no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you know for a fact that they use squibs on the car.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, did they use tap outs on the window on the side? They had to, right? Because squibs aren't going to do enough damage in the windows.
I couldn't tell you how that works. Maybe one of our gun guys.
It's too bad Stunt Brat's not here.
Yeah, that's the one you need.
Stunt Brat would know.
Yeah.
That has to be because of the way the glass explodes. It's got to be an interior to exterior round fire. So it's got to be like a tape explosion that heads towards the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So Chad
that one.
Chad Stahelski, guy who directed this movie, was literally Keanu Reeves' stunt double in the Matrix movies. Is that crazy?
Oh, wow.
And one of the stunt coordinator guys for this went and made Extraction with Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is a beautiful moment. It's
the legendary line.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I'm thinking I'm back.
Do you know what was in that vault?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I heard you struck my son. Because it's the all intense conversation. Oh,
that's the most he speaks in the whole movie, isn't it? All at once. Wick?
Yeah. This is his. I guess you want to say his biggest rant of the movie. Like, stole that from me. People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But no, you know what? We should have Keanu Reeves say it.
Look, I guess.
I know. I'm gonna send it to.
Not quick enough.
On the moment's coming up.
Hey, before he slides out, I'm gonna have John Wick himself say it.
Cool.
What am
I
I
just
saying?
I just posted a private chat.
Yeah, get ready to go.
Private chat.
People keep asking if I'm back, and
Shut
I
up,
haven't.
Shush, I'm reading.
Well, that could
keep
take a
asking
while.
if I'm back. I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. And you can either hand over your son or you can die screaming alongside
Dude.
Dude, whoa.
It'll be most heinous.
Bro.
We are
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. So if you can either hand over your son or you can die screaming alongside him.
Well, do you,
not
punk?
quick enough.
Well, do you, punk?
Wild stallions.
Yeah.
Can we get a
Hey,
poll on who did it better?
Yo, are you that Dracula dude?
Until that dog arrived on my doorstep and a final gift from my wife.
I think my
In that
John
moment.
Wick sounds a lot like
In
my
that moment. I received some
my
semblance
Beto. My Beto
Right.
at work. Hey, you should vote for me in Texas because I have a skateboard.
Yeah.
Took that from me.
And I'll soon have your guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all your
Stole
guns.
that from me.
They'll be mine.
Killed that from me.
Yeah, that dude jumped.
That
the
doesn't
shark
make
with
any
that.
sense, John.
Hi,
People
Dustin.
keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Thinking he's black. Wait a minute, that's not the same film.
That's not Rachel Dolan.
You can die screaming.
No, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
No, there's a guy that could have played John Wick.
Baracus?
Yeah.
What's amazing about this is they think they got this
You
guy.
kill my dog, now I'm coming to kill you.
Unless I have to
I'm
travel
getting
by
in no
plane. Yeah, unless I have to travel by plane.
Who had to kill my dog?
Look at that great shot there. The cinematography's great.
M is for
I got
mom.
one prediction for that motherfucker. Pain.
Oh, that was good, Tom. That was really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Green Goblin to the rescue.
Willem
Yep.
Dafoe is a heck of a hitman.
Yep.
Well, he's supposed to be the one guy who came close to beating Wick. Figuratively, not,
Not sexually.
Not like Perkins.
That was on the
Oh,
table.
hey,
Like
now.
Perkins, yeah.
Damn it. I should have never said that on Toxic Tuesday because we all know how this goes.
Beats the hell out of me.
That time, I heard you coming.
From Los Angeles.
That's what you get for saying that.
Not as
I'm
funny
beat.
as New Jersey.
Yeah, the Jersey one was perfect. Oh, Tevin watches your back and watches your back. Oh,
I'm
man.
kind of a homosexual myself.
Wow, you sound like Biden today. Okay, anyway, sorry.
I had a nurse. She used to
wasn't
whisper in
Defoe-
my ear.
wasn't
And I don't know what the hell
Defoe
she'd
in-
say, but she'd breathe on me.
Yeah. I saw that.
So messed up.
Yeah.
That dude is not there.
I was out all day at a bar drinking. What did the
You
one
don't
of our
wanna know.
presidents say again? I don't
Nothing
wanna know.
intelligible or within the bounds.
Okay.
Of
Well,
reality.
actually, no one knows is better, more like it.
I knew a lady who made me a ham sandwich once.
Had a loud finish.
They're still working.
Taco
They're,
Bell wrote.
they're still working on the transcription, Mark.
I heard her coming all the way from New Jersey.
We traveled the country on an 18-wheeler. And then one time we pulled over and she said, "You see those two guys over there? That's love." Something like this. I may be mixing up a couple.
Or any of them. And Corn Pop was there.
He's a bad
He
dude.
was driving the 18-wheeler.
I have no idea what's happening on this show right now, besides John Wick playing, and it's glorious to see the fighting happening with the most random commentary
man.
over it.
John Wicken.
Man, he gets really itchy. You saw he was biting his finger. It's really it's
America's
with
got to
passion
be
there.
like John Wick. It's got to pull up its bootstraps
and choke
order
somebody out with
pizza.
shoestrings.
He wraps his legs around him too. That's really special.
Well, he was.
I like the way my legs look in the sunshine.
With the hairs that the kids would come and push around in the swimming pool.
They push them down.
Yeah.
That's a good position for
blonde
Mad.
hairs.
Now it'd smell their hair.
I think that guy's really dead.
He could
Not
be a little
mostly dead?
deader. Yeah, he could be a little deader if you think about it. He doesn't look dead enough.
Willem Dafoe's like, well, my job's done. John looks like, my head hurts. I will kill you.
I kill you.
Kill,
All right,
kill,
hold
kill.
on. Let me
my
see.
landlord.
Let me see the 70s.
I don't know if it'll work. Darius sent it to me, but we'll.
All right.
We'll get it at the end. It's a clip.
I blame Popcorn Guy. I mean,
Darius clipped something that
he clipped what now?
Oh, you'll get to know. Don't worry.
It better not be me.
It is you.
You son of a bitch.
When is it not?
I'm trying to take a look at the.
Oh wow. Okay, so this thing probably is going to wreck somebody's day.
You get it, Nick? Yeah.
You think?
I don't know how if you want to show it somehow.
Hold on. Let me get into shit. Let me open up the screen separately, and yes, I will present. Present.
I would love an answer to what the fuck he meant by this.
Hey, I'm presenting.
I don't know. It was like the I don't have the sock around my cock moment.
Well played, Darius. Catching that one.
Oh, I called it out when it happened. I just didn't get an answer.
That's why Darius clipped it.
Oh,
that's bad.
Forward that to Toxic Manfred.
That's going to get used every week from now on as well.
Oh my God, the sock and the cock.
Sock and the cock.
Oh my God,
I'm not talking
Nick gonna
anymore.
fall off his desk now.
The sock and cock connection.
I'll be able to find it.
Sock it to me.
It sounds like a modern children's
I'm thinking
book.
my sock is in a cock.
Sounds like a modern children's book. Cocks and
The
socks.
sock and the cock. The cock and the sock, yeah.
my face hurts.
That'll be the rewritten version once the current era crowd get a hold of it.
Yep.
The cock and the sock.
That'll be the edited Dr. Seuss.
These are my friends.
And that guy looks like he's gonna get a whole lot of cock and sock.
Just keep telling yourself that.
Just look at his eyes. Like, oh shit, here comes the cock and the sock. Look at those eyes. He's ready. Oh damn, my face hurts. Seriously. This is not how I expected tonight to go, but to be fair, I did expect it to go to this place eventually. It was only inevitable.
Come on, Nick. You knew this
What the
was going
fuck
to
is
go
this random
pear-shaped.
shit?
It's that random shit.
You're like, why are we looking at a video game? Oh wait.
I don't know if we've got a screenshot of it, but the guy's username on the game is Neo.
Oh,
yes,
sweet.
it did say
right.
Neo. Yeah. Matrix reference. Yes.
How come these guys can't beat John Wick when they're clearly good at video games?
I don't know.
Oh, imagine that. What translates on video games doesn't translate to ... Yeah.
You mean you have to reload?
I want to know.
It's like all these guys that thought they're great at Call of Duty, so they went over
Are you
and
almost
fight in
making an
Ukraine.
argument that esports are bullshit?
Yeah. You don't need to even make an argument. They are.
And weapons never have kickback, and they don't tend to move around after you shoot them either. They just stay right on the target.
You know
No
what?
problem.
You know, when I like to think of good sports
Oh, that's
plays,
a great. Oh, that was captured really well. Sorry, go back.
when I think of good sports plays, I think about the ones that always get a good instant replay. And you know what? I think this thing deserves exactly that. An instant replay.
I don't know.
We have instant replay here now?
Have the sock around my cock moment. I don't know. It was like the I don't have the sock around my cock moment.
We could make that a song.
You could.
I don't know. I don't know why. Where'd the sock go? Where'd the sock go? Missing my sock. But I still got my cock.
Fucking scissoring.
I hate you guys so much.
Do you like me now?
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Is it in a sock though?
Why are you looking, Mr. Crow?
I still don't know how that line got in the movie. My God.
We broke Nick again.
Red shirt, you alive
Make
there?
him every week.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
So you're just basking in all this.
I'm just overwhelmed with the way the stream is going. It's like every time I think I could add to this, it's like it goes somewhere else.
Well, go ahead and add to this: homoerotic or Wick or both.
Oh, I think he's going to ask him out on a date now. I mean, he bought him a car.
They do kind of give each other goo eyes there.
Yeah.
It's
bought him
very
a car, for
wick-erotic.
Christ's sake.
It's like Keanu saying,
Wick-erotic, yes.
I'm not gay, but
It's
if
wick-erotic.
I was, you'd be my type.
I thought his type would be Gary Busey.
I'd do another impossible task
Gary
just to be with
Busey.
you.
I will fuck anything that moves. Okay.
This should have been
Animal,
Willem
mineral, or vegetable, because
This should have-
vegetables put up the least amount of struggle.
Oh my God.
This should have been William Dafoe's character from the was it the Boondock Saints, where he played the really.
Oh yeah,
Well, he
the
wasn't
gay
in
FBI
that.
agent.
Yeah, FBI
Yes, he was
agent.
He wasn't
fantastic.
gay.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was.
he was gay.
No,
Alright.
he was. No, he did not care for the gays.
No, he was. He just didn't like.
He was
the look.
definitely dominant.
He was floaty.
I don't think y'all know what gay is.
Okay.
But
I
Mad
wanna
does.
know what
Mad
gay
knows.
is.
I want Mad to show me.
I want Mad to show me.
First, you got to put a cock in a sock
Or in your handy randy hand.
because it looks so much bigger.
It does. Did you guys make Handy Randy give you guys handies?
Oh,
Hands are too small.
He laughed. He
I
didn't
want
say
to know
no.
what gay is. I want you to blow me.
I mean, did we all take pictures with it in his baby hand? Yes, but that was only for our Tinder profile. So the ladies would be like, "Wow, look how big it is."
Swipe right, please. Swipe right.
I was not on this stream. I was not on this stream.
You're the only one who's been clipped to prove you have been on here.
I'm crying.
That one really got Tom.
Wait, was Randy awake when you did this?
He only had one hand. What could he do?
Did we watch the wrong movie tonight? Is it John Wick or John Dick? What's going on here?
That's the porno parody, evidently.
There's a certain element
Everybody
of YouTube
keeps
that when you
asking
pull
me
it
if I'm
together,
hard.
Tom, for
I
the
think the
J-Lo.
answer is yeah. I think I'm hard.
Tom, we got to record. I want to know what gay is for the J laws. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know what gay is.
I'm sorry, Brahma, you were saying something.
no,
Oh,
I was just saying, when
seriously.
you pull together a certain element of YouTube from our side, this is what you
Put
get.
it in my strong hand.
This is Dick's division.
A little bit.
Seriously, I cannot stop crying. I look like I just went through a breakup right now.
My fucking side's killing me.
Come on, this is a serious movie about a guy whose dog got killed.
Goddamn
Come on.
right.
Nick
As
Weiser
you know,
just sounds like
This is more serious than Rocky 3.
Nick Weiser just sounds like Muttley now.
Yeah.
This is Willem
Yes.
Dafoe.
All right, who's gonna catch the pigeon?
Muttley, what are you laughing at?
You're starting to get cans of air when you.
This
have
is when he
show.
tries to sell them Allstate right there.
Yeah.
We did.
Yep. This is mayhem calling. You should probably get all state John Wick.
You should get out of here.
Get to the
Well,
Get to
well,
the
it's a
chopper.
dude, so
That's a sad scene, but I mean, really, like this movie's so simple. I mean, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just it's so simplistic in its straightforward way it tells a story. I mean, what else can you say about it that we haven't said about 2 hours ago?
And this is Mad's favorite scene.
One of them.
Your membership in the Continental has been by thine own hand
revoked.
Blam.
Why did she go back there?
You know, those guys are taking a bit of a
taking out
chance.
the housekeeping.
Shooting in a circle there. They could have shot each other. They're all shooting.
I was that bothers me in all movies. It bothers me in all movies. You see it all the time.
Yeah,
they're in a
because
circle.
I watch a lot of cop videos, and I mean, I know there's nobody else here on the panel who would know anything about being a cop. So I watch a lot of cop videos, and yeah, that's one thing they do worry about a lot is they always scream out crossfire. Watch for crossfire.
Yep.
Wow. Andy Randy has spoken. Holy crap.
Whoa.
The secret's out. And that's not that's your strong hand. Don't try to This is exactly what he's accusing me of.
Mad knows.
That is a fictitious picture of his hand.
It looks like he got the shitty end on his hand.
Oh my.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't washed it.
No, look, he got white better.
He hasn't washed it in a while, yeah.
Well,
how can he wash? He only has one
He
hand.
needs better wiping.
If that's been around a certain appendage, I would say there's another problem we should be discussing. I'm just saying. Oh,
look at that car take a fall. Damn.
We're going to fucking hell.
Okay, yeah. Are there a couple pictures where they put they put the googly eye sunglasses on my dick? Yes, that did happen. But it was still in your hand.
Wow. I'm seriously gonna die tonight.
Who's got a gun? You're gonna need it.
Ruben says to check Gilded for a joke.
Oh no.
Fuck you, Gilded.
Oh my.
Sorry, I'm contractually obligated to do that.
You are at least once per stream. That's right.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
breathe.
Yeah.
Do you need pizza?
What's this guts theme intensifies? Are we talking Nickelodeon's guts?
Oh no.
Is under means Ruben. Is in Ruben.
Andy, $20 is $20, you cheap bastard. Only paid me 15 and a smile.
Small.
Oh. What's bad is even the chicks would use his hand to make their vagina.
Oh, this is so wrong.
They would put their tits on it, and
yeah, that's better than what I was thinking.
I was gonna say that's
look at the size of that chick's labia.
I was gonna say I don't think too many women would want their vagina looking bigger.
There's something really wrong with you, dude.
They were cops.
What the fuck do that? What? So, are you implying that lady cops want to be seen with gaping vaginas? I mean,
no, not gaping.
Well, yeah, but think about it. A hand that big next to one is going to make it look gaping, my friend.
It's going to make it look big and intimidating. That's what they
intimidating, like it's going to eat you.
Well, so when they're on scene and some guy's like, "Oh, you're a woman. I'm a big guy," and they're like, "Oh yeah, check how big my vagina is," and they hold up a picture on their phone, and the guy's going to be like, "Oh no, that's way too big of a vagina."
Men are usually afraid of vagina. Don't you get it? Like that was.
Does that thing have teeth?
Now
Exactly.
I understand why that one cop just had a train run on her, and now she's suing him.
She still walks bow-legged.
Hot chicks will do anything.
Wow.
And I mean anything. They put nurses to shame.
Sorry, Sherry.
Oh, Sherry, you just walked in at the wrong time.
The worst time ever. This is really toxic tonight.
She could add to this, unfortunately.
Yes, she can.
She's going to watch Teeth. God damn you.
Oh, I've never seen
I
it.
was
Is
just
it
talking
good?
about that movie.
Is it good? I haven't seen it.
It would have been. I brought it up because of Cocaine Bear, because everybody kept saying, "Oh, it doesn't know if it wants to be a comedy or horror film." And I said, "You know what's funny is I felt the same way when I watched Teeth, because it was like every other bit. It was like, did it want to be a horror film or did it want to be a comedy? Because it just never seemed to quite decide."
Yeah, that's the worst, man, when the movies do that. Like, what was the one with Megan Fox where she's like, "Don't look at my thumbs, look at my mouth. It's crazy. I'm
Jennifer's
a monster."
Body.
That's the one.
Oh, wait, I thought it was Transformers.
Ugh.
I think it was every one of our movies.
Ugh. Have you ever seen her thumbs?
Wick has a huge thumb.
She has toes for thumbs.
Yeah, she has toes
Big
for
toes.
thumbs. Yeah, it's gross.
Wow. Mayhem Dad.
I was really unhappy with the way he went out.
Who, Mayhem?
No, Allstate needed to go. And you know it. Allstate needed to go. It was just only inevitable.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yep.
On Randy's hands, he's not. Oh, no.
He was too silly to keep around.
All right, so Ruben Christopher Hayes sent me this thing, and don't get the wrong idea.
Oh, okay.
He says he's enjoying Toxic
What the
Tuesday a
fuck?
lot.
What the? Get a sock on that. Put a sock on it.
Get a sock on that.
You need to find a better angle than that too.
It's gonna freeze and turn blue. Haven't you seen Harry's?
Oh, what is wrong with you? Oh my.
Oh, damn. I'm spent officially, but at least we get to see Keanu shoot with more guns.
Oh, right. Yes, John Wick. That's what we're doing here.
Yes, John Wick.
Apparently.
We should have watched The Bad Lieutenant instead.
I think that would be very awkward.
we deviated so far from what we were doing tonight. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we did, but it's okay because we
just think there's 2 more movies to go over the next 2 weeks.
Oh, don't worry, we could do this.
You guys are going to try to do the sock thing next week, aren't you?
I believe Allstate have turned down the claim for that car.
Yeah, probably.
Some of you may die, but that's the price I'm willing to pay.
Oh. Look, he's wet.
Can we just forget the whole thing now, John? It was a mistake.
Dude, this is like torpedo rain.
Yeah, this is where they get traditional fighting here.
Okay, so how did they make this happen? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they have these really cool sprinklers, and then they add fans to the mix, and then they blow it at these guys, and they're like, "This sucks because it hurts."
Well, which wet fight did you prefer? This wet fight or the one in Revolutions where he fought?
Oh, I love this. This is my favorite wet fight.
Okay.
What?
Like, was your favorite wet fart?
No, fight.
Wait a minute. Are you an aficionado of wet fighting?
Yes, wet fighting.
Top 5 wet fights.
Because between this and Revolutions, where Keanu Reeves fought both fights wet, I find this one definitely to be the better of the two. It feels more personal. And it's definitely more real, that's for sure. So you know the wetness is truly there. Unlike that one in Revolutions, which is the embodiment of CGI festivals. And he looked.
You're saying
look
they're
how
not
Crystal
faking it?
is. No. Well, he even said, "Do I look civilized to you?" Seriously,
They're truly
real.
moist, not faking it.
Dude, this is real wetness.
Isn't that a fetish? Wet and messy.
Yeah. Look, he gets a knife out. That's when you know he's really into it. See? He's feeling this one. He's invested. You didn't see Agent Smith doing that just because he's
This is probably like just above what Tango and Cash was in the wet fight category.
Oh yeah, they did have a wet fight.
Yeah.
Boosh
Wet
points out
fights
in the
are
chat
nice.
that this is an old man he's beating up. Our hero is beating up the old man at the very end.
I know.
And Bush is soaked too.
Bush is
Oh.
I believe that about him.
Old man, it gives up. It gives a pretty good fight here, though. I mean, he shows he's got some tough stuff. You know, he doesn't just take it quick, right?
He's no Kristen Stewart.
He puts up a good fight there. Yeah. Well, he had to be a mafia boss. He had to be a tough guy, right? So.
You know, and what's weird is Keanu's is found in a couple of these wet fight scenes. I mean, he was in one of the Matrix. Well, you know, the Matrix films.
He likes it wet. He does like it wet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of great wet fights out there.
Culture just loves saying wet fights.
I feel like culture missed Nick's whole talk about revolutions.
You guys are forgetting Helm's Deep took place. It was a wet fight.
That's right. Helm's Deep.
But Jennifer Lawrence did it first. She was wet fighting before there was wet fights.
Well, and then like if you go back to
what was IP Man or Ip Man?
No, it was one of the Star Wars prequels. They had a wet fight. I can't remember. It was on Kamino.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah, the worst one. Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Yeah, the Crow had some rain fights. Wolverine said.
Oh yeah, the Crow did have wet fight, and his makeup stood
the
on.
Outsiders.
Too. Yes.
Well, I mean, dry fights are it's so much more of a struggle. So
it is.
It's definitely better when it's wet.
Well, dude,
Pacific Rim.
Well, it's a little more challenging when you have a wet fight because dudes slide out of your hand easier. You got to really take hold of them.
Well, and remember, the original Jurassic Park had like a hardcore, like prehistoric wet fight.
Culture, you clever
Good
girl.
question. Eastern Promises.
That's right. Eastern Promises. Good film.
How did this conversation even start?
Seven Samurai had a great wet fight.
It did.
Of course, Pacific Rim had a great wet fight.
Pacific Rim. I mentioned that. Yeah, Pacific Rim.
It's in the name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did. This was.
I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had a wet fight.
They did have a wet fight in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Tom would know.
But look at what John gets, guys.
I knew a new pity. A great dog. It's a great dog. Chad Stahelski is the man.
Oh, that was an experience.
I feel like we did justice to this film.
I agree.
And an injustice too, maybe.
We sure as hell did something to this film.
I hope John Wick's not going to come find us.
Yeah.
Joe's
Point Break
atmosphere.
have a wet fight? I think it did. Point Break.
Joe's atmosphere.
Certainly, the final beach scene was pretty wet and stormy. I think the final scene on the beach in Australia. Or
well, I mean, and Cruise has been in a lot of wet fights. Let's just be honest about it.
Well, yeah. Well, the one in Top Gun's not a wet fight. He was just hanging out with the boys.
And a lot of ladies got wet.
I feel like there had to have been a wet fight with Keanu in Point Break, but I can't remember if there actually.
Yeah, there was actually at the end. At the
final scene at the end was on a beach, and it's stormy. It's very stormy.
The hurricane.
Yeah, Keanu has like at least 4 or 5 solid wet fight scenes.
He didn't fight though. I thought Swayze just walked off into the surf with his board, knowing he was going to die.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That was
Batman featuring Superman had the worst wet fight because it was all about Martha. No one gives a shit about Martha.
It was a terrible wet fight. There you go.
Yeah, see, they made it about the woman. It should have been about the dudes and their wetness together, but no, he had to drag in Martha.
Twister had a really strange wet fight.
Explain that wet fight.
So, which movies had the wet farts then?
Oh, wow! Anything that Biden's been in. No, I'm trying to think.
Was anyone going to whisper on someone's ear? I saw that Biden clip. My God, that's terrific.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what I was joking about earlier.
Yeah, he's not smart.
Yep.
I finally just saw. Oh my God, I can't believe. Well, I'm get sidetracked, but I can't believe I have a president on stage who actually said that.
I'm still voting for him from here.
So Joe's Atmosphere for $1.99 says best wet fight: Jack Reacher, Cruz versus Courtney. So that's one wet fight, and then Joe's Atmosphere again for another $1.99. Says or maybe Lethal Weapon. Riggs versus Joshua.
That's a good one. Mr. Joshua.
Good one,
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, it was so good at the end there, wasn't it? It's goddamn Christmas. That's so good.
All right, chat. You know how the game goes now with the scores: toxicity, greatness, and wetness for this particular movie.
Are they rating our toxicity tonight or the movies?
Because we won.
We'll let the chat decide on that one. We'll let the chat decide, but the wetness, well, you could decide on who's wet and who's not. So, with that said, that 70s rock fan, I'll let you lead off.
Oh, geez. So we're doing the wetness scale first. I mean, at first I thought it was merely gushing, but now I think it's really squirting all over the place. This movie. I'm actually very grateful for this movie and the sequels because every 10 years they kind of reinvent action movies, and when this came along, it was just a real thrill. Like, this was so kick-ass, so much fun. Absolutely adore it, and the sequels, and I like the fact that it started to create a universe within a universe with the Continental, and then all the things that come out of that. And this, but yeah, I heard what others were saying about moving away from realism, and maybe that's true, but it kind of introduced a fantasy element to it. But this is great. The revenge story. Everyone loves a great revenge story. Keanu is fantastic. I know we talked about other actors. I really don't see anybody else in this role now, having seen him play it so many times. But the first one was such it was fresh. It was a great surprise. Absolutely
Fresh
adored
wetness.
it. Fresh wetness. Fell in love with it. So it's got to be 10 out of 10 for wetness. It's a real squirter. It's toxicity. Well, I don't know if it's really that toxic. It's got a few moments. Yeah, it's probably like 6 out of 10 for toxicity. It's not incredibly toxic, but as a movie, 10 out of 10. Absolutely adore it.
All right,
reinvented the genre.
Machismo.
Well, let's see. For overall greatness, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. Toxicity is at a 2, only because there's basically 2 scenes with women. Gross. And so that's the 2 out of 10 for the toxicity. It's still, guys, you guys are rating these things way. It's the opposite of what y'all are doing. When Nick and I started this way back when, our idea was to show movies that weren't toxic. It should be the Intoxic Tuesday or Untoxic Tuesday, because this movie isn't toxic. There's barely even any women in it, and both of them are dead. What could be less toxic than dead women on screen?
I think you just argued against yourself there somewhere.
Did I? I don't know. I lost it.
A circular thing.
Did I lose the thread halfway through it? Sure.
Do we care? No.
No.
Light out of your gay.
Will that be all Mardigan?
I'd give it 2 socks out of 2.
Mad, despite all that, I'm so glad you answered the score. You know why?
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Not on a woman, though.
Well, that would be the remake today would be on a woman. Yeah.
All right, Mark.
All right. Well, yeah, I love this movie. It's a 10. I mean, especially the beginning. I think that first half hour is just awesome. And I mean, someone kills your dog, steals your '69 Mustang after your wife dies. I mean, yeah, you deserve to be put to death after that. So, yeah, great revenge flick. And Reeves is great in it. The subtle, don't mess with me, character, which I always love. With the unassuming guy at the gas station. Let's let's fuck with him, and then it turns out, hey, maybe that was a big mistake. It's like, so just love that, and he's really dedicated to the role. And you can see in later movies, like I mentioned before, his training and how good he is, and maybe it does go off the rails. Some people don't like that whole continental drift, if you want to call it, but yeah, 70s, you're right. And if you take it like a fantasy, it's kind of fun. So this movie is the more semi-realistic, down to earth version, and then the sequels get even more and more crazy. But yeah, they're damn fun. So 10 for me. Wetness, I guess it's a 10 out of Wetness. Toxic. The Wick is the most toxic guy there is, right? You don't fuck with him. So yeah, I give it like a. Yeah, I give him an 8. Toxic. Yeah, don't mess with John Wick. So he's a son of a bitch, right? So, and then the gangsters and the son is what a dick that son is, right? So kill someone's dog, that gives you an 8 in toxicity right there. Kill a little puppy dog like that, motherfucker. So yeah. That's where I stick with. But yeah, I think everyone here has seen this movie, but it did, yeah. So yeah, I think I just love this movie. It's when it was a huge, like when I saw it, I couldn't believe how good it was the first time. So it's like, holy shit, this is awesome.
God damn it! No, listen, Will Wheaton is the most toxic man ever. That is a fact.
Shut up, Wesley.
He got Wesley. Matt got hacked. Clearly.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'm being serious. No, John.
I missed that.
John Wick is.
What were you saying, Matt?
John Wick is the no. Don't do it. Hold on. Listen to me. You got to listen to.
It's too easy now.
Yeah, it was a good run. Don't
make him mad.
I'm laughing so hard I'm giving myself a headache.
You wouldn't like him when he's mad.
All right, red shirt, go ahead and sound off. Remember, you gotta include a wetness.
Gotta include a wetness. Oh man. Well, start with greatness, because this, you're right. People have said it, and I have to agree. This movie, I was with you, Nick. I was like, when was this made? Was this made in the 1980s? Early 90s? This movie feels like a throwback to an earlier Hollywood, to a different kind of character and a different kind of movie. It did a fantastic job. I love the movie. I enjoyed watching it again just to do this show. It's a great action movie. There aren't many that I would rewatch as fast as I would pull out. Just go ahead and say, get John Wick. Don't clip that, God damn you. So for greatness, yeah, I'm going to go with a 10 as well, because this thing is, it was a record breaker as far as action movies go. It helped redefine the genre and bring it back. Toxicity. What are all of the women in a Russian bathhouse doing wearing bikinis? Come on. Not one of them gets her top taken off. That's just wrong. I mean, come on. These aren't just mafia. This is Russian mafia. These guys drink vodka for breakfast. These guys are nuts.
Oh boy. I hope
I didn't mind. It was a lot less work for me.
I hope you get a chance to see Eastern Promises. You want to talk about a Russian bath scene.
That's a wet spot. Yep.
Yeah, but but when you talk toxicity, I mean, the young son, the asshole, steals one of the all-time great pieces of American automotive culture, kills his dog, his puppy, which was his final gift from his wife. He doesn't get much more toxic than that. That is his justification, and he goes off on these people, and they all deserve it, and they know it. Certainly the father does, because that's why he beats the crap out of his son. So for toxicity, I can only give it an 8. And for wetness, given the number of ladies who are in the chat who are still here, I got to give this one a 9.
Ooh, that's a lot of wet.
Yep.
All right. Dustin.
Well, you talked about how this movie feels like it was from the 80s or 90s. I'm glad they didn't make it then, because I don't think it would have come out the way that it did. It would have been, I think, too campy, too cheesy. And I think, like what we talked about in the beginning, how well the firearms are utilized in the movie, that would have gone out the window. And they wouldn't have, wouldn't have been. I think for that alone, the first movie, I think, is a perfect 10 out of 10 as far as action. You just lump this action movie, revenge movie, whatever you want to say. But so 10 out of 10, Toxicity. That's tough. I think I'm going to go 5 because I can't go as low as Mad, and I can't go like 9. So 5. Wetness. It's like slip and slide. You know what I'm saying? Like the one.
Yeah,
with
out
like
of nowhere,
pool
there's
at the end
that.
of it.
There's that rock in the middle of it called the Women that you hit on your way down the slide.
Wow, shit.
It just ruins the whole thing.
Who else would put the slip and slide together, Mad?
True, that's why it doesn't work well.
So yeah, I think 10 out of 10 wetness. Almost creamy.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm done.
You're spent.
Okay. Tom.
Like I said before, this is one of my favorite action films of all time. It's definitely in the top 10. As we were talking about before, it changed to action films, so I got to give it a 10 out of 10. As far as the toxicity, I mean, on a realistic level, I guess maybe a 6 or 7. On the wet level, I give it a squishy. Yeah, that's about it. And I give it about 3 handy randies.
Ooh, a handy included. That makes it that much more special. All right. Well, Zach's.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 towels for wetness. But it's wet. It's so,
towels.
We're doing towels because like you have to layer the towels, and then you're still gonna get someone's still gonna sleep on a bit of a wet spot. But it's
At
like
least
you do
3 of
your
them
best.
are gonna get crusty.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't use the good towels though, Nick. Come on. It doesn't your first day. That's right. So I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 towels for toxicity. Like, I think it's at least an 8 because Keanu's Canadian, and I didn't hear any land acknowledgments at all during this film, not one. And he doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't negotiate. There's no conversations. There's no dialogue. He just acts on things, which is also a very toxic male thing to do. And from the very beginning to the end, it's inevitable. What he's doing, it's almost like it's already happened. There's no point in talking about it. Once it starts, it's going to end. And he's very goal oriented, a very focused, singular purpose in this film. And that's a very toxic trait to have.
I think he needs to go back and rewatch it because he was very Canadian on his main line.
Yeah, I did not know he was Canadian.
Hoser.
He didn't acknowledge his land. Like, you have to do.
I'm dropping it to a 6 out of 10.
6 minutes. Wow.
I did not know he was Canadian.
He's Canadian. Yeah. Yeah. You're
A
welcome.
true Canadian would know how to handle guns like that, though.
Some of us can. Some of us can.
Some of us can.
Some of us can. And then it's a greatness, it's 10 for sure. It's one of the best, one of my favorite action films. So
what's a better import from your land of Canada? Nickelback or Keanu Reeves?
You didn't say anything before the words Keanu Reeves. I didn't hear anything.
No.
It was just an empty space. It was like white noise.
They're a Grammy award-winning band.
You guys are also welcome.
There's Lizzo. Still. There's Lizzo.
Alanis Morissette.
Shatner.
Atlantis Morissette.
William Shatner. Rush. Come on.
Ryan
Rush
Reynolds.
are a great band. One of the best bands in the world ever.
Gave you Deadpool too. Like, you guys, you're welcome.
So, all right. This is you decide. You watch the replay if you're just tuning in, young Aries, and you'll decide what it is. And shout out to Tom Connors. Thank you for hanging out with us, sir. Appreciate it. Shout out.
Love that, Tom.
Culture.
What?
Let's hear your wetness.
Oh,
tell us about
okay.
your socks, Culture.
Okay, well, it took a while.
Everybody
all right.
buckle in for 6 minutes.
Do you have your camera set to 4:3? Like what is up with your ratio?
It's set to orange.
Culture would never get
The
ratios.
likes, the
all
likes still outnumber the dislikes, man.
Okay, I'm going to say this way. This film is so wet. It's not damp. No.
Oh boy.
It's not soaking. It is full water park. This thing is 10 out of 10 on wetness. If you did not, like create an ocean of liquidity in your underpants, this was not the film for you, ladies. Although I know it was the film for you. I know that Keanu Reeves' presence just brings like the full like 8 at that point. Just him showing up, that's 8 in the wetness scale. But everything that happened during the course of this, that brings it beyond a 10. I don't even know how you can't quantify it. Is it the ocean as wet as this film is? I don't know. But I do know that this was the wettest film I think out there. And toxicity, it's going to be at least an 8. And I know some of you were, a little shallow on your dampness for the toxicity. I don't think that's a term. Anyway, but I feel like there were at least 2 women that were killed by dudes here, and that's a good thing.
And one was killed by God.
I mean, it adds to the toxicity. That's what I'm saying. Wow, that's a problem. And there was a lot of drowning. There were dudes that were like hanging flags and like what do you call those, banana hammocks in this film. This film had a lot of toxic for men and women alike. The only disappointment, and I think I agree with Zach's here, or whoever said it, there were too many clothes in the bathhouse area of this club, because for the ladies, that in the 80s that would have been like whatever was happening there, socks and watermelons and socks, or whatever was happening, that would have been out there. But let's see, and then let's see, greatness has to be not quite a full 10, but it's a 9.5. And because of the era it was made in, it's getting an extra 1.5 here, because normally this would be an 8 in the 80s, right? And I think you guys can agree. I mean, Golden Globus and Canon and all these amazing like entities that made our 80s films. This actually fits at a 9.5 in the modern scale. So
you motherfuckers kicked me out and you let this shit keep going?
What are you talking about?
Oh no! Oh my god!
Oh shit! But real quick, I before Culture continues on his another 10-minute rant, no one's mentioned that the AMC's theaters tried to sue the studio over all the water damage done to their seats.
Oh, good one.
During the showing of this.
I don't care.
I got it, Matt. I got it.
Thank you.
It was very moist.
Look, and I don't do anything for 6 minutes. My 6-minute daily is 12.5 minutes long. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
And if anybody would know about damp, steamy, and clammy, it would be the lovely Sherry, who has her own restaurant in our lore now. Tune in to an upcoming special over on Comics Division to find out.
Oh, the J-Laws.
Oh, I cannot wait for the J-Laws. Okay, I'm done. I just want to say that I love this film. If I were going to rate this, and I can't wait for the next 2 weeks of this show, this is one of my 10 of 10.
All right. Killer. Thank you, CC.
Mm.
Brahma Bull.
All right. So yeah, toxicity. I gotta go a little bit lower, like Dustin did and like Matt did. I'd put it like a 6. I did appreciate Perkins getting the crap beat out of her, especially with the sheet around her head and the multiple punches directly to the face. As far as the
It
wetness,
wasn't a wet sock.
do you remember that slide when you were like between 13 and 16 at the water park when all the girls came down it, and no matter what kind of bathing suit the women had on, it turned it into a wedgie and gave them an enema? That's how wet this was.
I think we call that the camel toe effect.
That's not what an enema is.
Well, it gave them a wedgie, both front and back. It could be an enema, it can be a douche. Either way, it was all up in there.
Wow.
So 10 out of 10 on the wetness. And then, I can't remember if we were talking about this backstage or during the beginning of the show, but the only other person I could see playing this, although Keanu's perfect for it, but if you remember that movie Payback that came out in like 99 with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson played a character similar to this, a little bit cornier, but I think he might have been the only other one who could have pulled this off. But if you haven't seen Payback, it's a little bit like John Wick, same kind of premise, but but this
It's
is
not
10 out of 10
anywhere.
for me.
You actually have to buy the physical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mel Gibson canceled, whatever. So, but yeah, great movie. Love it. Not as happy with the second one coming up next week, but the third one right back up to the top for me. So I can't wait to be back next week and look at the next one. So thanks for having me on.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. It is a pleasure. No, I can't wait to have you back in. We got a lot of witness to cover in the next few weeks, and I know with the dicks included, we can do it. All right. And Matt's got to go. Matt, thank you for rejoining. You have been missed despite your handies. Tell Randy that it's gonna be okay, and tell him to clean his hand.
That's so gross, right? You ought to see the other one.
Wipe or a Clorox wipe or something.
That shit is fucking sick.
I'll spit on it. Bye, guys.
Bye, man.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna blaze through these scores for our wonderful chat. And guys, holy crap, there's still 70 plus of you in here. That is nuts. Thank you guys for sticking through us for 2.5 hours of this. You all
4
are
more
nuts.
likes to hit 100.
Is it really? Holy shit!
96 likes.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, do it.
Nice.
Do it.
Let's do it. 4 slackers need to step up.
All right, well, that's going on. I'm going to blaze through these. Jonah Hex, 8 out of 8. 10, wetness. Boosh McFadden, greatness 8, toxic 10. They killed a puppy, man. The lovely Sherry, toxicity 9, greatness 10. Wetness 100%. Radioactive, greatness 10. Toxic 3. He put wickness. I almost said wetness. I see what you did there.
There you go.
Handy Randy says 10 epic, 10 awesome, and not enough towels in the world to clean the panels. Wetness. That's true. Yolanda Gaines, toxicity 10, greatness 8.9, wetness 7 because I've seen better.
Oh,
Lisa,
wow.
69 out of 69, wetness,
Ooh,
toxicity 4 out of 10 due to killer gun scenes, greatness 9 out of 10. Tiki of Doom, 10 out of 10, Bill and Ted's. Billy go boom. I give greatness 8 out of 10, toxicity 9 out of 10 for that brutal beatdown of Perkins. 7 out of 10, wetness. And TZ Burton, toxicity 9, greatness 9, wetness 10, panel gayness 11. It goes to 11. Eclay Tomasin, 9 greatness, 2 toxicity. Nominal toxicity 8 out of 10. 2 women died in cars, got wrecked. Still cared more for the puppy. Greatness 9 out of 10. The entire case of Faber-Castell pencils were used. The watercolors. The human tox 7, greatness 10. Witness Nick need a sig after watching.
There you go.
It's true. Boosh, yeah, 5 out of 10 for toxicity, but dead puppy 10.
Boosh.
Pinochets, my rating 11 out of 10 greatness, 11 out of 10 toxicity, wetness mid very moist. Dash attack 9.5. Joe's atmosphere, anything with Adrian Palicki gets a 10 overall, toxicity 3, wetness Katrina level hurricane.
By the way, real
We're hitting
quick,
100.
100 likes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate the 100 likes. This is definitely one of our hugest
Awesome.
Toxic
Way to go,
Tuesdays we've ever
chat.
had. Thank you, chat.
Huge.
Appreciate
Very
it. Very wet. Conspiracy Toxicity 4. It's progressive since John Wick is the Baby Yaga, a man who is a female witch. A solid 9 movie, though. Dave, love this movie. 10 out of 10 greatness. 5.7 out of 10 millimeter toxicity. Mecha J, Toxic 9, overall 10. The Union of Amateur Strategists. I had a great time. The movie is a fun, solid 8. Toxicity is not the toxic 2 out of 10. Wetness 10/10.
Can I solicit the chat for one thing?
Yeah.
How about today's panel? I want to know how you rate today's panel in this film, this particular stream. I want to know.
I will be able. I probably won't be able to scroll through those, but I will allow the chat to sound off on those scores, just so I don't make the chat bored.
Fair
But
enough.
it's amazing that the
How wet
chat
are
has
we?
stuck around this long. Thank you, chat, for being with us. Who is Handy Randy? Oh, it's Mad. Poosh McFadden, 9 totally drenched socks out of 10 for wetness, and Darius Munchausen, a 10 out of 10 from Tom is huge. He's seen 1.5 million movies. That's true. There you go. See, I'll at least highlight them. See, there you go. There you go. See there for the panel. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much. So, obviously, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show and last week, this is 3 straight weeks of John Wick. So, obviously, this was the first John Wick. So, next week will be John Wick Chapter 2. So we hope to see you back next week for the follow-up. And we're going to go in all guns blazing, Judas Priest style. So we hope to see you next week. And to all the familiar faces, thank you for your continued support. To our legion of memers, Sherry, Monkey Jeebus, thank you guys for the memes. To the super chatters, thank you for the super chats. Seriously, greatly appreciate it. And to I saw a few new faces. Thank you for hanging around. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and hopefully you got a whole lot of wetness that you'll never forget about. And the love is mutual, TZ. It's super mutual. But anyways, we're gonna.
So
let
when are we
these
having a
dudes-
John Wick 4 meetup after we've finished the first 3 movies?
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, we should.
March 24th, right?
We're gonna let you plug. We're gonna let you plug.
Plug,
Don't
Zach.
worry, Zax.
Oh.
And I'll let you lead off with the plug.
Yeah, plug
So-
things. Plug stuff.
I got Cameron Passion on tomorrow night at 8 Central. Excited about that show. We had him on a couple months back, and he's coming back again. We're going to talk, obviously, some of the Disney stuff I'm sure we'll go through, but mostly I want to focus on some woo-woo talk, ancient civilizations, things like that. Should be a fun show. Looking forward to it tomorrow at 8 Central. Early time for me.
Nice.
All right. Thank you for coming back, Sax.
Thanks for having me back. This is awesome. I love this movie. We probably should have done Bad Lieutenant tonight, but with our mood. But but I did. I love this film, and so thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
The pleasure is beyond mine. So we will definitely have you on for more. And who
Yeah.
knows, maybe it might be Bad Lieutenant. We'll have to find out down the line.
Yes.
Dustin.
Yeah, Keto Simple is my YouTube channel. We've got keto product reviews, all that fun stuff. A lot of cool stuff coming up, so just keep an eye on that. I've actually got another channel in the works for the wife, so we'll see how that goes. Know more about that in the future, but yeah, just go subscribe, and if you're interested in keto at all, just let me know.
Thank you, Darius. Thanks for plugging the channels. Yes, thank you. And Dustin, always good to do this with you, sir. Look forward to getting wicked with it next week for more. He grew that beard. Yes, he did. Ever since I know Dustin for 13 years. He grew it this morning. You have a very toxic evening, sir.
I'm going to do my best.
Hi, Brahma.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Great movie. Great time with you guys. Yeah, we got a little bit sidetracked, but that was most of the fun of it.
Are you going to come with us next week?
Oh yeah, I'll be here for all 3 of them.
Well, he's coming to us deep from within Lizzo's clamshell.
The clamshell, yes. But yeah, you can catch me Thursday night on Comics Division's channel for Thursday Night Throwdown, and then on Saturday night, me and that 70s Rock fan have our show, which is Bourbon and Boarding. It's on my Rumble channel, his YouTube channel, and we talk hockey, and he'll be drinking. I'm taking a break from drinking for a little bit. But
you're leaving me my own to drink? Oh God.
Yeah, and letting you control, so that'll be fun. But yeah, thanks for having me, and we'll see you next week for John Wick 2.
All right, thank you for coming on, Brom. I look forward to having you in Culture for the Dix Boys for the next few weeks. We got a lot of wetness to get through.
Fun of it.
Hi, Red Shirt.
Yo, Nick Weiser. Well, thank you as always for having me on for this. This was a lot of fun to talk about. It was quite the panel to talk with, which was great. You can find me on Fridays at sometime after 8 o'clock, because I usually don't get there right at the start of the stream, on the MFR Cocktail Lounge on the Foulball Productions channel. And sometimes at random on other streams when people invite me, but I never know when that's going to be, so I can't plug them. And please see you in chats.
All right. Red Shirt, it's been real, and it's good to have you back, sir.
Hey, well, that was great, Nick. Thanks.
Thank you.
Apologies
thank you.
Apologies for a bit of the.
Thank you for doing your duties.
Images at the beginning.
Thank you,
Yeah, dude, you did a huge duty. I mean, it was great.
Big duty indeed. Yeah, well, check out anybody that's new here tonight and in the chat. Check out my channel, that 70s Rock fan. Lots of content there about music and movies and TV and some other stuff. And we have great live shows. Brahma, as Brahma mentioned, Saturday night we're going to get back to talking hockey, which will be great. We had a week off, but there's lots to talk about. Lots of stuff to show. Thursday, I'll be on Sparking News podcast at 5 p.m. Mountain, I think, talking about the Beatles. We're doing some more Beatles chat. And next Monday, my live show, it's only Talk and Roll. We're planning to do a third Canon Films show, this time on the Death Wish movies.
Ooh.
So that should be fun. Last two were awesome. Third one should be great too. So look forward to that.
Sounds huge, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds diabolically huge. All right. So 70s, it's been real. Thank you for your duties for tonight and
no problem, mate.
for doing it and stepping in. And
next time I'll make sure I'm prepared.
Oh, it's okay. But
Yeah.
thank you for doing the duty and happy birthday.
Thank you.
And yes, once again, guys, give our guy here a happy belated birthday. So
happy birthday.
All right.
I'm
And
up
then
to
the man.
up to 934 subs. So
Oh, so close.
Yeah,
that's
so
there.
close. Dory, you're
Well,
close to being all the way in.
I'm almost all the way in. Yep.
We'll get there.
Mark,
Yep.
thank you for doing your duty.
I'm glad I did a not as big of a duty as 70s, but thank you for stepping in there and
doing your
happy
duty.
birthday. I was I was at a bar during
You're
that
busy
time, so
enjoying
I couldn't-
yourself. Yeah.
Busy enjoying myself in Nashville. If you haven't been to Nashville, come check it out. The honky tonk bars are awesome. This place is great food. So my channel usually covers comic books and movies and geek stuff, but I'm going to do cover a little bit of maybe the music scene down here and hanging out down here and seeing the Ryman Auditorium and some of the great landmarks down here. And I also went to this incredible store today, McKay's in Nashville, so I'm going to do a video on that. It was just like Indiana Jones finding a warehouse of comics and books and records. It's just mind-blowing. It's like a warehouse filled with everything geek. So looking forward to doing a video on that. But it's been fun to pop in. Even though I'm traveling, I'll be back tomorrow night. So I'll be on with Clobberin Times and Raquel Briggs on Thursday night, and Sunday night check out Sunday Night Geekery. But yeah, this was fun and very wet tonight. So I'm glad I popped in after I got back to the hotel room. But I'll catch you looking forward to more wetness next week on John Wick.
Mark, I can't wait to get wet next week.
Looking forward to it.
Speaking of wet,
I have nothing to say other than I had a great time tonight. Everybody out there in the chat, thank you for making this probably one of the best streams I've been on in the last 3 hours. So thank you for that. I can't wait to promote my fellow panelists. And I'm even going to promote Mad Mardigan, who, despite his lack of respect for my amazing hair, he does good things sometimes. And check out all these other amazing human beings. Nick is crushing it right now. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Keto Simple. We've got, that 70s rock fan, and of course my buddy Tom, who we're stepbrothers. It's fine. And let's see. Oh, I want to meet everybody. So I'm going to take my time not to promote myself, but to promote the opportunity to check out all these amazing people. If you get a chance to head to Vegas around April 24th, 26th, 20, somewhere in there, go. You will not regret it. The chance to meet all these amazing human beings is a good thing. It really is. Do check out the calendar officially. I mean, I'm just like throwing dates out there, but it's somewhere between the 24th and 27th. So
the meetup is the 26th.
There you go. Thank you for that, Brahma. And Brahma Bull is a wonderful human, despite the fact that he lives where it's really far too cold to live. So, in fact, most people right now that are on this, like many people on this panel, live where it's not warm. So I don't know what's wrong with it.
We just put it in a sock. Don't worry.
Yeah, socks help, but when it's that cold, I don't know. But beyond all of that, I just want to say 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser is one of my favorite people on the planet, and your help to get him to 100 likes tonight brought me some unique joy. So I can't wait for episode 2 of this, for film 2 of this. I like showing up here occasionally when Nick allows me to come in here. And
you're always allowed to slide in when you want to. It's open season for you.
And we have some fun planned for you guys. I keep saying it, but it's true. If you show up on Comics Division's channel for our new special, which I'm not going to give too much away, but it'll be a good time. And for the ladies out there, Ruben Christopher Haynes is single. I'm just saying.
Culture, it's been fun, and it's been very wet. So, and I'm glad you got to take part in it. So I look forward to doing this again next week. We got a lot of wetness to get through, in, out, all the way. And I'm probably sure I'll be seeing you in a few months at the, if it happens, let's just say the Texas one, should it happen.
Oh no, it's happening. It's happening.
Maybe we can have a TNT in person. We'll see.
I can't wait. I'm bringing a whole giant case full of gear. We're gonna have eight microphone spots. And as you saw when they did the content house in Florida, I have furthered created a better opportunity for that to work perfectly. So I'm very excited. So
looking forward to it, sir. Right. You have a magical evening, and tell the boss I say hello. All right, give her my best, please.
No. I just want to say thanks to Mark D for all of his clips. I want to say thank you to 70s Rock Fan for trying to do things the right way. And like I said, that you got Mr. Shirt up there. Mr. Shirt is an unsung hero in the mod community. So, and of course, Zax is the best amongst us because he's unassuming. And he pretends to go to the gym. So well
I do pretend.
Okay. It's good pretending. All right. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Holy shit, it's been 3 hours. You stuck with us. That's insane. Well, I guess the part where we're gonna slide out really quietly. We don't have an outro, but we have an intro. So
we don't have an outro.
Play the intro as an outro.
Have we got an innie or an outie?
Should we shoot? Yeah, we'll just do our intro as the outro. Fuck it.
I still am unhappy with the clips that got done tonight, but that's fine.
All right, guys. Good night. Thank you for being here.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?